Yeah.
And 3, 2, 1. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, my name is Amal, and joining me tonight I have Andy, the Moose, Carl, and we are the Monday Blues, proudly brought to you by Global Net Solutions Australia, Mercadante Woodfire Pizzeria, Elite Plastering Group, Kami Projects, Zach Nasser from YPA, Raz Holmes, Bottle and Pasco Val, and Damo Finance. And here we are. So, round 17 has just come to an end. The Baggers lost 8-11-59 to Collingwood 17-13-115. And everything is falling apart. Let's quickly go around the grounds and just see how the boys are doing. And for everyone watching along, let us know in the chat how your week was. Carl.
Yeah, just another. I guess it's another week for us, Carlton supporters. You go into the game, probably expecting to lose. Maybe expecting a little bit more fight. Maybe something, the build up. They're gonna give us something, but failure, mate, real bad. Bit of a comedy show, to be honest. At the end, we were sitting there laughing amongst each other, and yeah, just other than that, I'm alive, I'm healthy, I'm good, man. Club's dying slowly, but well overall. How you going, boys? Moss?
Slowly, the club's dying slowly. Club is
dead.
fucking done, bro. How much more done can you be? Put a fork in it, as they say, eh? Yeah, where do I start, bro? It was a bit of a circus, that game. Look, did we watch much for the game? Look, I'm just looking around, sort of laughing at each other most of the game. To be honest, it was. I don't think Collingwood got out of second gear at all. Let's just leave it at that, because that could have got. I lost by 56 points or whatever it was, but could have been a zero. A one at the start as well. The way if they really went into gear and unleashed, I think they weren't even great. They were just average. But we were real piss poor. I don't know where to start, bro, but I've been okay and have accepted that, yeah, we're fucked. We're in real trouble. I keep getting asked the question of, where do you start? Who do you get rid of? What do you do? Get rid of everyone around Voss? Get rid of Voss? Get rid of that? I don't know. I just don't know anymore. Andy?
I'm all right. I had a good weekend, apart from, Friday. Friday was a horror show. More than one reason. I'm good. I just want to go back to something you said. You said the club was dead, bro. I reckon this is just the start. I reckon it's going to get worse.
Oh.
I reckon there's more to come. But there's another, 2 months. It's what, 7 games? 6 games?
Yeah, 7.
Bro, Brisbane, Hawthorn. Look what Hawthorn did to us, bro. And we were playing okay, apart from a quarter. We're playing pretty bad now. So, I mean, as I've said every week, we're just fucking shit. And this proved it. And all a loss like this does is it kind of focuses on just how bad we are across the board, right? Top to bottom, different sections of the club, different sectors, what we allow, mediocrity. Like we've said since day one of this show, mediocrity is entrenched in the fabric of this football club. And it was all on display for the world to see on Friday night. We'll get into it. But pathetic on all fronts. Amal, how are you?
Carlton lost. We lost on the weekend as well. Had a shit game. And then played golf on Sunday. And it followed suit. It shot 99. That player for handicap of 8. And to shoot 99 is exactly what Carlton did on Thursday night. It wasn't a good weekend. It's been rubbish. So I'm glad we're here. I'm glad it's come to a Monday night and I'm able to sit here and vent.
I feel like this is what this episode is going to be.
Yeah.
Let's get it off your chest.
I feel like that's what every episode is these days.
Yeah.
Just some negativity.
Put us here.
Yeah, look, straight out. If you're in the chat and you're looking for any positivity tonight,
We've got nothing.
It's not.
I'll
just
give you one positive thing real quick, Andy. I'm going to give you a shout out here. I've seen some
Me?
comments in the chat about some congratulations being in order.
thank you,
Yeah,
my friend.
saw a nice little clip on the socials. So yeah, congratulations.
Thank you. Just it was a small engagement I had with my family and my partner's family. It was beautiful. It was nice. It was at a winery. Yeah, it was a good day. Apart from my car almost fucking crashing out at the end. My car did a Carlton, man. I don't know.
Oh, no.
It got me to the Yarra Valley. It got me back. It got me to Brunswick. But as soon as I got to Brunswick, it just fucking
Let go.
it just Carlton third quarter against Collingwood. That's what it was. Carlton third quarter against Collingwood. But yesterday was a great day. Thank you to everyone for your well wishes too. It was a beautiful day. I love my partner so much.
Big congratulations.
It was beautiful to spend it with her family as well as mine. Yeah, it put a bit of perspective, on the footy. So
Very good.
Fantastic. Congratulations again.
thank you, my friend.
I was thinking, like, where's me invite and that, but that's fine, mate. I see how it is.
You're definitely coming to the wedding, mate. Don't worry.
In. No, mate. Good on you again.
I need to ride a donkey inside. I love you, George.
Carry on, Emal.
56 points we lost by.
We did.
Yeah.
Oh, man. You guys got to the game. I got there a little late. I decided to go into the wrong gate and then had to walk halfway around the stadium, which is always fun. Bit of a shit go not being able to get through MCC to the other side of the stadium or through the AFL side of the ground, to get to your bay or whatever it is. You actually have to exit the ground completely to walk around to get to whatever area of the ground you need to get to. You actually can't walk through MCC or the AFL side, which
It's always been like that.
Which is shit. Why? I'm not going to take your seats, man. I got my own. I just want to get around.
It's an exclusive area, bro, with a long waiting list. So
Should have won a set with the Collingwood cheer squad.
it's like the.
Oh, yeah. Look,
At least they have one.
That's what I meant down with us. It was all Collingwood anyway.
We'll get into that.
Yeah,
we definitely will. Obviously, the point I was trying to make was you guys were at the game quite early. It was empty.
75,000 apparently.
I don't know, man.
In the minutes leading up to the bounce, talk us through what the stadium looked like for what was expected to be, 90,000 plus attendance. What else do you call this? The biggest rivalry in footy. What else? And how many people were at the stadium before the game?
Memos got there on time, pretty much. Must didn't know how to drive.
Just before the bounce.
I've never seen a Carlton Collingwood game so empty, and that 75,000, that is 100% bullshit.
Yeah, about 10 over, 100%. I reckon.
Yeah, same. I reckon it was closer to 65.
I don't know if that was the Carlton pet memberships or the guest passes that they have listed at their 100,000 members. Probably a combination of both. But
Well, our bay was basically empty.
Yeah, our bay
We
was
had empty
dead.
seats all in between of it. You know, the whole front row was empty.
Mm. It was a bad night, man. It was from start to end. It was a bad night. First quarter, we obviously do what Carlton does. We were kind of in the game, but we all know, like, it doesn't really mean anything. And then it just falls apart. It just falls apart everywhere. We're just like everything just collapses. Everything, from game plan or lack thereof. But we're lucky. We're very, very lucky where we sit. So we get to watch how teams set up. We're right behind the goals. When Collingwood has the ball, they move with intent, with purpose, with venom. We get the ball. We look lost. We don't know what we're doing. We're going left, right, backwards, bombing long. We are so predictable to play against. And you know what? We went through these stats where we were ranked first in this, second in this, first in this, fourth in this. And it made me think, I reckon teams are just letting us have the ball. Yeah, let them get clearances. Let them transition the ball. Let them go number one in the comp for transition 50s. Because we're not going to do anything with it. And then teams just transition off us. It was embarrassing.
We used to have half a game plan where we used to be decent coming out of the back line and then bomb it long from the center. But now it's just bomb it along from wherever you get it. Like, even in that first quarter when we were, kind of there, coming out of that back line, it was just bomb it long to wherever. Don't look for anyone. Just go long. And that's all it was all game. So it's just, then you look at Voss in the coach's box and he did not give a fuck. He looked like a spectator. He didn't care.
Wasn't he coaching from the stairs inside the coaching box at one point?
Yeah, up in the
He was sitting down, just watching along.
But this is what it goes back to what we've been harping on about having set plays, whether it's at a contest or a throw-in, or as simple as coming out of defence from a point, right? You see McGuffin picks it up in the goal square, looks up, nothing, burns a short and goes long. Comes straight back in, over his head, goes through the sticks as a goal. There's no... I don't know what we do. Maybe we should go and watch training, see what they get up to, because I can tell you something, they're not practicing set plays or anything at all. I don't know what they do.
Can I say so one thing I noticed is that we always say how easy opposition teams make it look and how hard we make it look. And I'll tell you my observation. I could be wrong. I don't know. Watching Collingwood, they made everything look good because of pure effort. They would run so hard to get to the next spot that pass would look easy. But what we're not seeing is just how hard they are working for each other to make that kick an easy one, to make that handball an easy one. Whereas we don't move for each other. So every kick, every handball is going to be under pressure because we're not giving that easy bailout possession. So everything just looks difficult. Someone's screaming in the background.
Yeah, someone's got a kid
I think they're watching. I think they're watching the replay.
He's watching the replay. My son's watching.
Not me. Not me. But these are the things that teams train, and it looks so easy because they've done it 100 times on the track, right? It's not. They don't make it up. They don't get the ball and go, "Where am I going to go now? Let's see if someone's moving for me." They already know the next, and they know if that man's got someone on him, that's plan B, that's plan C. This is what we need to do. And then when all fails, then they revert back to what they're supposed to be doing. But we have nothing.
Plan bomb.
Spot on. Hayden, thank you for the Donation. Will you guys revoke your memberships next year? Moss, this is one for you, I think.
It's been saying that for 25 years.
Moss has been
I've
talking
been
about
saying
this.
it for 25 years. I have been harping on about it a little bit, boys. I'll be very honest. I'll be very open and honest. My priorities are very much so in different areas, absolutely, especially when the Carlton Football Club don't own anything. They're not accountable for anything. What is keeping me is probably, let's be real, this podcast and this chat that we've got going on, and this, 314 odd people in the chat that, are getting it off their chest as we are, and have a place of, venting per se, and a community that we've sort of developed, right? So whilst I would love to throw in the towel because Carlton did that a long time ago, so why am I still committed? But I have that 316 in the chat now, and you boys that we sort of just get it off our chest.
Fuck's sakes. So you're staying.
316 in the chat. Hit the like button, please, while I have your attention.
Absolutely.
But,
make sure you subscribe. We're almost on 2,000.
At this stage, I can't let you boys do it on your own,
Spewing.
But yeah.
How sweet it is. Thank you, my friend. Congratulations, mate. What a lucky lady, mate. I tell you what, I am the luckiest person in the world. She's lucky too. She can hear me. Yeah. We're fucked, guys.
One of the
club, we're gone.
Yeah. How sweet it is one of the better Collingwood supporters.
He's a champion. Yeah, absolutely.
Hey,
and you know what? I just want to. I can't believe I'm doing this, but Collingwood supporters, mate, they love their club more than I've seen anybody love and appreciate their club, and they absolutely put it over the majority of Carlton fans that were at the game. This was a Carlton home game, right? And from where we were sitting on the Carlton kind of half of the ground, and there were a lot of empty patches, a lot of bays that were empty, and go to look at the Collingwood section, it was packed, absolutely packed, and from them singing their cheer squad, singing the St Kilda club song to TDK, which I thought brilliant banter, absolutely brilliant.
That
banter.
was fantastic. I love that.
You know what I mean? Like, you hate to see it because he's one of your own, but absolutely. And that cheer squad, the Collingwood cheer squad, that's how you cheer for a team. They set the tone. They set the tone. And I'm sure there's a few people here who, like, they know I know why they're here. They're here because obviously they saw our post where, we called out the cheer squad for a few things. And I was like, what do I say? What do you even say about it? But I just think our cheer squad is so insignificant, right? They are so insignificant as far as the pecking order of cheer squads go that they're not even worth my time. The GWS cheer squad was louder than them when we played GWS.
All
they
four
had 15 people.
Yeah.
You counted 4? Yeah, well, our cheer squad, no good. Their priorities are not, they're not. You know what they are? They're supporters. They're just fans. They're not actual cheer squad. Like, because they're like us, right? When the play is happening, we all sit and we watch. And then we kick a goal. Okay, sweet. We high five, this, that. And they get up and they, bang their drum and they do their little flags and all kinds of different flags. And I was a cheer squad, like Collingwood's cheer squad. They were up and about all game.
All game.
They don't stop.
That's the difference.
They don't stop. And just as obviously, like, the cheer squad aren't fans of the Monday Blues anymore because they don't like to be called out. I just think have some pride in your craft, have some pride in what you do, and maybe spend your time focusing on that kind of pride. That's it.
Got to be personal, didn't it? Bit personal.
Got very personal, mate. They were going at us.
I've got a
Thank
bit.
you
I've
for
got a
the
bit to add to
$10
that as well. But
LS. Collingwood trust their system and their hard work will be rewarded, and it usually is. Even our players do hard work and their efforts aren't rewarded, especially on scoreboard. Very true.
Is that Go Wargas? It is.
Georgie heard the cheer squad. It was like a bat
It's like the
signal.
Dark
It was
Boys.
like a bat signal for
Right on
Georgie.
cue, George.
Can you hear me?
Night. We
We
can,
can.
mate.
You're very
Why are you
loud.
screaming,
Hey,
but
first time dialing in on phone. I heard cheer squad. My ears are ringing. Good evening to everyone. Good evening to the chat. Good evening to everyone except the Carlton cheer squad. I have not been this cut since round one. Hey, I was fuming, right?
fuck, I've never seen
Round
George's
one.
cut.
Hey, honestly, in all honesty, and Mus, I just heard you use it a few minutes before I joined on. I'm out for the missus' birthday on the way home, so happy birthday
Happy
to the
birthday,
missus.
son.
Happy birthday.
happy birthday.
So go well
Happy
tonight.
birthday,
But
Sadie.
hey, they accountability, must use that word. The club is poisoned top to bottom, stinks and reeks of accountability, reeks of not accountability actually. They
Lack thereof.
and everything is a deflection. Boys, stronger together, Rangers 40% off. Go hard, chat. They're trying everything they can to stop the revolt. Fans are waking up, fans are realizing it. Everything the club does is a fucking deflection, and it's raked down to the cheer squad. Or what did you see? What did you see from the cheer squad when they got called out? These pricks have been called out all year to do. They have two jobs, and I understand they do a lot throughout the week, and I understand they do a lot for the club. Your name is a cheer squad. You don't even cheer. There's a bloke that beats a drum in the back. Well done, bro. You can hit a drum with a stick. Well done, great. And every time someone scores a goal, where's the rest of the cheer squad? If we're 4 or 5 goals down, you don't hear a peep. The whole game, you don't hear a fucking peep. The empty seats in the cheer squad that they've given away, that they haven't turned up, have started becoming infiltrated by Fly fans. Quarter 2, quarter 3. By the end of the game, they're chanting. They've got 2 cheer squads on either side of the ground, and they want to deflect and say, "Oh yeah, how about you guys come and do it? How about you?" Shut the fuck up. That's your one job. That's your one of your 2 jobs, right? Mary before the game. Credit to Mary. She's probably a diehard Carlton fan. She was on 3AW. Nothing against you, Mary. You're probably lovely. You probably love the club and have seen success and failure as long as anyone has, right? Now you're saying that you represent the majority of the fan base. Now, I'm not going to comment on that because the response that Mary got on 3AW and all the socials is everything you need to know. Just go have a look at the response. Every club needs Marys, right? Carlton and Essendon are full of them. Club needs happy camper happy supporters, rose supporters. I'm not saying she's bad. She's important. Every club needs those supporters. They should not be the majority. They should not be the majority. And unfortunately for Carlton, we're accepting mediocrity. We're accepting this shit time and time again, and it's seeped through and fuck the club, right? This club, us as members, the cheers, everyone, people are giving their hard-earned money for other clubs and our own club to shit on us. Mate, my brother,
We're losing you, Georgie.
We're losing you, Georgie.
We're losing you.
Georgie, we're
I'm
losing
loving
you.
this. I am having a field day.
Boy,
This is great.
they're censoring me. They're censoring me. Hey, I've had enough. I've not been this cuss since round 1. I said it round 1, and everyone laughed. They're like, "Oh, it's just one game. It's just one game." I said psychologically what this will do to the club. We are fucking disintegrating. But you know what? I'm loving that people are waking up. I'm loving that people are calling it out. I've had enough. I haven't been this cut, but I'll tell you what. Go all this deflection from the cheer squad about. How about you come down here? How about you try this? How about Snapper? You go on the field. All this crap they're saying. How about you go to the Collingwood cheer squad or go to the supposed bay next to the Collingwood cheer squad? There was all the people that usually hold the flags in the Carlton cheer squad have disappeared. How about you go to the Collingwood cheer squad and attempt to do exactly what the Collingwood fans did? You'd leave without teeth. You'd leave forcefully or unforcefully. You would not be able to do it. So don't give me that shit about, oh, how about you try and do it? And it's all deflection. It's all a lack of accountability. That's all it is. That's all it is. And I'm glad people are waking up. And thank you to everyone who's regardless whether you support us, whether you don't support us, we're not going to change. I don't give a fuck, right? I've frankly, this has pissed me off more than anything. So, boys, chat. Yes, I have had a couple, Scotty. Shout out to you, bro.
George has to drink every app.
Couple of old fashions. Boys, go well tonight, chat. We love you. Hit the like button, subscribe. Good night to everyone except the cheer squad. Peace out.
See you,
See you,
George.
bro.
Why did
Hold
Andy
on,
leave?
fuck, I went to remove myself. I've removed Andy.
Georgie kicked me out.
Hey, remove me. I don't know how to do it on the phone.
See you, George.
Remove me.
Yeah, wait.
Oh,
You're gone.
Georgie.
That was the greatest thing I've ever seen.
Oh,
was
that there,
amazing.
that's the best moment of our show ever.
That was
That
great.
is the greatest. That is the greatest.
Tipsy George is good.
Tipsy George is excellent.
Go Warriors. I love
he
Go
was,
Warriors.
Hey, and you know what? I've known George for many, many years. I've never seen George that rolled up in my
I've
life.
never
George
seen
is
that cut.
George out of like I don't know. Like I've known George, so out of our friendship group, George is usually, quite timid, quite reserved. That was great.
Bro, we're down by that much at the Collingwood game. His my shoulders like, it's all right, Carl. We're all right, Carl.
Yeah,
We're all right.
yeah,
I was
yeah.
happy. Like, he was calm. Nah, he's fucking. He's had enough.
Fucking no.
He's had enough.
That was really good.
The only thing that I want to add to this cheer squad situation is that as a supporter, I remember when I properly got into the footy, and this was back in like 2000. When was Ratton in charge? This is when I really started to watch the footy again after sort of when I was a young kid. I remember looking to the cheer squad and going, wow, look at the amount of support that these guys have for the football club. And we weren't doing that well when Ratton was in. We were okay. We were kind of just making finals. And, every time the cheer squad got a chant going, I was in. Every time, the drums were going or the claps were going or whatever it was, I was in. I think maybe the cheer squad have forgotten the responsibility that is on their shoulders as the football club's main cheer squad, the official cheer squad. It is your job to get the Carlton fans up and about. It's your job.
Mm-hmm.
And whilst we're sitting literally one bay to the left up from you guys, we can see everything. And against Collingwood, that was the worst performance, right up there with what Carlton's done this year as far as the cheer squad is concerned. Right next to you guys, 6, 7, maybe 8 seats across, was a Collingwood supporter. He was getting 3 or 4 bays G'd up every single time Collingwood did anything. Anything. And your response was nothing. Absolutely nothing.
And he wasn't disrespectful. He wasn't, being provoking in any way.
No.
It was fine.
No. Just classic footy banter. That's all it was. And the response from the cheer squad was nothing. Now imagine as a cheer squad when you have the responsibility of getting everyone else G'd up. When you don't respond to that, how can you sit there and point the finger at everyone else?
I just want to say something too, because Georgie kind of G'd me up. I wasn't going to mention nothing, but Georgie G'd me up. So the cheer squad replied to our story saying, I don't know, they were just bagging us out or whatever. And then they called us incels, which is quite an insult, right? And I replied from my personal account. Then I was told to go do, I don't even know if I can say the word on fucking YouTube, so I'm not going to do it.
Probably shouldn't.
But, yeah. And I was like, that's very unprofessional, firstly, from a club affiliated organization. So whatever. But then my favorite part was all these fake profiles that were being made that day. Literally, it would say new on their profile. And I'll cop maybe, I'm going to say 15 messages from these fake profiles. Fake, like 15 separate messages. And they were like threatening me and, bro, like, I'm not scared of a bunch of ugly homeless people, right? Like, whatever, bro. You fucking do whatever you want in your cheer squad. I don't give a fuck. But if you're going to threaten me, right, and then you're dropping things that are quite personal to people, things that are like pretty important to people. And to me, that just reeks of poor upbringing. Your parents should be very ashamed of, I'd love to call you people, but you're not. You're beneath that. So if you're going to make a fake profile and you're going to threaten people, and mind you, I dropped the address. Mate, and for anyone watching, 18 Devon Road, Pascoe Valley, you ever have an issue with me, I'm there every single day. Come see me. I'm the easiest person to find. You can message me on private, fake accounts, whatever you want. I'm the easiest person to find. Come fucking see me. But don't you dare ever disrespect Palestine in your fucking lives. There are kids dying. That's it.
Very good.
Well said, Andy.
Yep, agreed. Oz, I did see your super chat. Thank you before. And you'll be watching from home. I think we will probably head down to Marvel, but we'll keep you informed. Enzo, yep, I would like to see a win, and a premiership would be fantastic. I don't know if that will happen. Mike,
Mikey.
let's not. I'll tell you what, though, with the just closing out on the cheer squad. If they don't want to do it, I'll do it.
Let's do
I
it.
reckon it's a bad idea if we did it. To be honest, boys. It'd be very
Monday
bad
Blues will start a petition to overturn the cheer squad. If you guys want it, let's do it.
And this
Imagine us as
whole
a cheer
chat,
squad, though.
this whole
We'd be on
chat
the news
is
every
welcome to
week.
join. Send us your resumes.
My resume is just a video of you cheering for 20 minutes. That's all it is. Just cheer.
And of course, the bearded squad.
Mate.
Anyways,
First quarter was okay-ish, I guess.
I don't reckon it was.
Nah, there's
I
nothing to
reckon
be
Collingwood
excited.
Collingwood just didn't play well. They just, yeah, let's take it easy.
There is
I
nothing.
didn't see anything well, man.
Nah, not one. Not
From
one
Collingwood?
thing.
From us.
Oh, from us. It was really hard. So I actually watched the replay because I'm like, there had to be something positive to take out of it. And I mean, you could technically pick a couple of things, but like, you walk away from that game with such a bitter taste in your mouth. And all credit to Collingwood, they were able to do that barely leaving first gear. I think they played their best footy for about 15 minutes in the third.
Yeah. Yep.
That was
And
enough.
Just for
It
lols.
was- that's what exactly right. They just did it because they could, you know. So again, credit to Collingwood. They are what we could only aspire to be. And I don't think this is a rivalry.
Nah.
It's not. The crowd showed it. So
Here's another way it's not a rivalry as well. How many Collingwood supporters hit you up after the game?
I
none.
had a couple.
Just
You know what? I was
Seriously.
getting come join the other side. I wasn't getting you blokes are rubbish, you blokes are shit. I was actually getting open
Yeah.
invitations to.
I think they're over
Hey,
it. It's pretty sad.
bad.
No one. 2023 and before that year, maybe you would get some messages. There'd be some back and forth, some banter that you could enjoy. What happened this year?
We're shit.
George. Hopefully it's the same version of George we had tonight. That'll be an interesting watch on the Jumper Punch tomorrow night. Tune into that.
that will
Well,
be
the jumper punch usually offer a drink, don't they? So
Nah, but he'll probably be driving. So
Yes, Georgie's cash. Spoke to Rocco today. Actually, had a brilliant chat with Rocco. Rocco, you're a good man. Rocco's feeling it too, man. We're all feeling it. We're all fucking. It hurts, man. This hurts. Where the club is, we have come from so much shit, and this was supposed to be our time.
we're still there. Still there,
This
mate.
was supposed to be it. This was supposed to be. We went through the rubbish. We went through so many bad eras. Then we went through the dark days, the Bolton, Teague days where like we were barely scraping a win. Bro, we're barely scraping a quarter now. With the talent we have now. Like this was supposed to be, but we've just stuffed it up. We've stuffed it up completely. In every facet. Georgie asked us the question last week, and I want to ask the question again. If you had the keys to the club, what's the first thing you would change? And I'm going to ask it again because my answer changed to last week. I don't know if anyone else's answers changed to last week. Last week, I said, find out what's wrong exactly, either playing list or coach, and tweak it. Whatever you got to do. That was my answer last week. But find out exactly where it's wrong. Now, my answer changes from that. Anyone else's answer changed from last week, or is it pretty much the same as what you said?
No, mine changed.
Talk to me.
Sack the cheer
Same
squad.
with the chat. Same with the
They're
chat.
the problem. Cheer squad's a problem.
Oh, man.
No, yeah, definitely get around it in the chat and give us your thoughts. Look, a perspective on where we went wrong and what needs to change is probably going to change every week, but keep hearing the same thing of, you know, getting to work and getting that bit better and working on it and working. I don't know. I've stopped watching, to be honest, the presses post game. But
Same.
for me, we're on a gradual decline. I don't see any improvement anywhere with whatever changes that are being made, bringing in players, taking out players. The fundamentals of the system and structure are not right. So you could bring in Gary Ablett. It's not going to change anything.
No.
Carl?
I've been saying it for a few weeks now, man. The VFL side beats our AFL side. And if anyone watched that VFL game on the weekend, they'd probably say the same thing, man. They got a game plan. So for me,
What is the game plan?
Win the ball. Do
Contest.
something with it. To hit up targets. Contest. It's completely different. So if I'm changing anything, I'm bringing all the VFL players in as the AFL and bring in what is his name? Luke Power. Is he the coach in the VFL? I'm bringing him with it. It's you just look at it like, all right, it's a VFL side and an AFL side, but you look at the game plan like they play for each other. They don't just get the ball and go long. Like they hit up targets. I mean, you got people that can't kick a set shot, but put that aside. Like they try, man. Like I think 14th on the ladder, and they played Collingwood, which was 6th or 7th, and they won, man. Put that aside, but they play for each other. We don't have that. We get knocked over in the pack. No one wants to help. No one stands up for each other. We had one good player on the weekend. It was Zach Williams. That's all we had. And anyone tells me that Moya was any good, fucking no.
See, that's where, like,
Yeah,
bro,
I want to hear what you have to say.
Leave him in. But he's I don't know, man. He gets with the ball too easy, man.
I know. But, bro, he plays VFL, and there's a big difference with the AFL, right? I just think give him time, give him a chance.
I agree.
You have to give.
But don't tell me in the chat he was good because he wasn't good.
No. I like his last quarter. He actually played okay in the last quarter, but before that he struggled. But I just think persist. You have to persist with a talent like that. I just think you can't give
several
up.
more that need to come in.
100%. And I think it's time we do see them.
Have to.
Also, I feel like you got to find a balance. I feel like you can't just chuck kids in while we're getting belted because that's not going to do them any good. It won't do us any good and it won't do them any good.
The other thing, right? Ashton Moyer, he played in the midfield from time to time as well. Now,
I think he was lost.
What did no? He wasn't lost. He attended centre bounces. He actually attended centre bounces. Yeah. What are we doing? Like, is this our way of developing young talent?
No, that's how we
Like,
ruin them.
you're a full forward, or you're a key forward, you're a half forward, whatever it is, right? But we're going to develop you by putting you in a centre bounce. How's that going to help you, bro? The poor kid got towed up by Darcy Moore.
He played his best footy in the VFL in the middle. That's what got him back in the side, yeah, bro.
Or was it
he was killing it in the midfield? No, he was killing it in the midfield for a couple of weeks before he got thing. He played really well in the midfield. He was playing up the ground.
All right, I take that back then.
Look, I'm not against giving a player a run in the midfield, but you know, like you pointed out to the fact that, you know, it's a totally different game between VFL and AFL, and when you're getting slapped and you're deciding to put a player that you try and develop in forward line, throw in the midfield, give him a run. Is that you're going to get anything out of it? Probably not. Is he going to get anything out of it? Absolutely not.
What do we
Yeah.
think of this guy?
I don't know. Triple cheeseburger,
Oh.
Kerno. Yeah.
Thank you, Morris.
There was a moment he rolled off. Oh, I don't know. He slipped a tackle or something. Was near the bench and he rolled off, and I was like, "Get off!" And yeah, he did. And he didn't come back on. He's trying to get that cheeseburger.
Seba, love you, bro. I'll throw hands with you, Andy. Love you and the lads. Seba's an absolute legend. Hey, Jumper Punch did a mad show straight after the game. I saw you in the chat, Moose, having a dip in there. It was good.
Good
Gotta get
gaze,
you
yeah,
on,
it
mate.
was fun.
Seba, great stuff. Great stuff on Blue Sunday as well. If anyone's seen that, that was very good. Next, we have Dynamic Hypnotic. Rob Priestley needs to step up.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Oh, please no. Please no. Oh, man. Amar, what would you change?
All right, but quickly, let me I didn't answer that. I'm changing the
sorry.
coach. Voss has got to go.
You have
Boss has
to.
got to go.
He has to fucking go.
You have to.
Okay.
Along with some big name players, because even if you bring in a new coach, they're quick to kill a coach, our players. So new coach and some players need to go, man. Fuck, a lot of changes. A lot of changes have to happen. So coach for me. Amar.
Mine remains the same. I'm still on the side that Voss should not be fired, should not be sacked as head coach. I reckon if I was Graham Wright, I'd be speaking to Voss regularly, going, well, what is your game plan at the moment? What is it that you're trying to do? And where is it falling apart? I fully expect Voss to say it is personnel. It's a personnel issue. I don't have the right talent to play the game style that I can. All right, cool. Well, here are the players that we can move on, or that we can possibly do something with. If we move these people on and you can get the right type of player in for your game style, will it work? Or if not, can you change it to suit the list that we have? That's what I would do.
Amal, just quickly, like you're probably right. We're probably wrong. Who knows? But when you got a coach, when you look up in the coach's box and just sit in there like this, right? He looked like he walked into the wrong room and just sat down. When you got a coach who's doing that, for me, you're done. So either you don't want to be there, or you know the players don't want you there anymore. So that's why I reckon he's a must go.
For me, it's not personnel at all, Amal. Just to jump in real quick, because as a coach, your job is to make or get the best out of your personnel regardless. You've got bottom side coaches who are coaching better than Voss. They get more out of their players on the field than what Voss is. And to be honest, I'm not saying we've got the best list out there, but our list isn't bad. Our list is not bad. We should be getting a bit more bang for buck with what we have out there. Our names should be getting a lot more than what Voss is getting out of them. So that's why I put my hand up and say Voss has to go. Because at the end of the day, it falls on him. Regardless of what happens outside that, your Hamels, your Hansons, and all that sorts of personnel, falls on Voss. And you're right, Carl. It looks like he has checked out.
What do you reckon, Andy? You said it changed.
Yeah, so last week, I said what I said. For me, watching the boys play and watching their lack of structure, I think we need to invest in education, which is, yes, coaching, but I also think we need better teachers at the club, more so than coaches. People who are able to relay a message from whiteboard to player, from coach to whiteboard.
The term relay roaches isn't a specific species.
That was real weird. My Google just went off. That's strange as.
That's our new coach.
But yeah, I think the education, there's a big disconnect between player and coach, between player and whiteboard coaches. There's just something isn't being written and something isn't being learnt. So I think invest in teachers at the club, football teachers, people who are smart, So like Brendan Bolton was perfect at that. So someone like, hey mate, bring Brendan Bolton back at this point. But like, I think education is so important and it's so lacking. It's lacking so much at this club. And it's time we really fix that.
Smoking Man, let TDK go, trade Harry and offload a mid. I like it. Thank you for the donation. Given a poor upcoming draft, do we double down and go after Petrarca and a more outside run? We'll go after Reed. Obviously, Voss needs help. Thoughts?
We need ball users. Now I'm not saying that Petrarca and Reed are bad, but I mean, we'd be getting rid of elite talent to bring in elite talent. That doesn't solve the problem of the rest of the list being absolutely shithouse. Our top 6, 7, 8 command the majority of, well, not the majority, but a large portion of our salary cap. If I'm getting rid of some big name players like TDK, like Harry, like, you know, maybe even a Walsh, then I want to at least get double the amount of players back in. Maybe not double, but you know what I mean.
That goes back to my argument.
Let's get 4 or 5 in, not elite A grade names, but those that can do a role and do it pretty well.
Yeah, you just named 5 or 6 elite footballers, right? Who are on good money.
Yeah,
who who would walk into any other side and get a game. Do you think we're getting the best out of those players? Can you put hand on heart and say we are getting
your
best
Harry,
out of these players?
your Sam Walsh? No.
We're not using them as they should be used. So again, it goes back to coaching.
LS, thank you once again. Are we nursing TDK to 100? He's 7 shy. 100 gives him, we get father-son access, I think. The 100 game. Look, I wouldn't put it past the club. We did it with Mark Murphy.
Yes, we did.
The season's done.
Another
I mean,
one. Sorry, Mal, there's one more.
Chuck it in. Yeah.
Sana, thank you for that very generous donation. This hasn't been a rivalry in years. Carlton's list is the problem. They have no drive. They have loser mentality and conceded defeat a while ago. Sorry, guys, I do know how to read. I just don't have my glasses on. The players don't care for Voss enough to come out and show some fight.
Yeah,
That's
fair.
That's spot on, man.
That's coming from a Collingwood supporter.
Collingwood
Really?
supporter.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
Wow.
she's
On yes and I.
she's on the money there, right? It's how many? My question, and something that's been on my mind for a while, is how many of these players are dying to be there? How many of these players grew up going, the only thing that I want to do is play footy and be the best at it? A lot of these players have come from.
They come to our club. It changes.
A lot of the players have come from private schools, have come from, living wealthy lifestyles. Their parents are successful, they come from successful families. What need do they have to be being paid so much for what they do? Now, obviously, they're all elite, they're all great players, but do you reckon we would get more out of your average Joe who's grown up with a deep, deep passion and love for the game and has done nothing, throughout his junior years and coming up to his draft year, doing nothing but trying to become the best footballer possible? Yeah. Who's come from a middle class, a low class background. Do you reckon you'd get more out of a person like that, or someone who comes from entitlement?
I think the issue is beyond that. It's not, for me, it's not, I'll probably go around and get everyone's opinion, but for me, it's not local to the player. It's culture within the club. As soon as whoever walks into that club, the club cooks them. They don't provide support. You can see it's evident. We got players who just walk in and then all of a sudden, leave for this, leave for that. I'm not playing this week, I'm playing that week. Like, there's no, again, it goes back to accountability. The club needs to be accountable to these players and say, you're coming to the Carlton Football Club, this is what we will provide, this is what we can't provide, and actually draw that down and map it out and create an actual timeline for them while they're at the club. I can guarantee that doesn't happen. And I can tell you that doesn't happen because we've spoken to a couple of ex-players and their exit plan from the club hasn't been fantastic. So I can tell you while they're at the club, it's not good.
Just want to give a quick shout out to Mr. Vince Luchesano, who just sent me a text message. Who's watching? Thank you, Vince, for watching. 100 games also gets his name on the number 12 locker, and he will be made a life member of the Carlton Football Club. Mate, if that's what we're more concerned about, do you reckon he's told the club he wants to go?
Yeah. I reckon
He must
has.
have. Must have.
See, I genuinely have no issue with if he has told the club I want to go, then that's cool. I don't mind it. But his output has to now be worthy of a spot in the team. I don't think I'm not of the belief that if someone's not going to be there next year, we shouldn't play them. I hate that belief. It's backwards. It doesn't happen in almost any other sport. We like if the player is good enough, he plays. And I think the professionalism needs to go both ways. I think the player leaving has to also be willing to give 100%. If he says, look, I'm leaving and I don't really want to get hurt because of this new contract or whatever, you know what? Thank you for your service. Sit on the sidelines for 6 weeks. But if he says, I'm committed 100%, he must play. But if he hasn't told the club yet, for whatever reason, mate, just make a decision. We know what you're going to do, bro. We know you're going. Just make the decision. That's all.
Surely they know, man. We need to be like other
They
sports
know.
where they can just announce it, mate. Just be
That's what I
done with
mean.
it.
Just
Just
do
be
it. We're
done.
mature enough.
What's the difference?
Like every other
It
sports
makes it
fan,
worse. It makes it worse.
100%. Could you imagine now? Everybody's like, all right, TDK is going to St Kilda. That bit of pressure just releases from an already about to burst balloon.
Boiling pot.
Yeah. So like, all right, that's a little bit of pressure relieved now. So just make that call.
Let everyone blow over for a day or two, and you get over
Bro,
it.
people won't care.
Just be done.
Gary Ablett left Geelong, bro.
Bro, it's his life at the end of the day, yeah?
Exactly right.
Yeah.
Just leave, mate. Like if that's what you want to do, just leave. But if you want to stay, then let the club know that too. You know, just make your decision and just be done with it.
But that's the thing.
And
He
if-
probably has, but like,
And the
we
club's
don't
not being
know.
transparent. Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's a thing. Like maybe we really aren't mature enough as a supporter base. Maybe the Carlton supporter base, we are very heightened. We say it all the time. Maybe we'll just implode if they say TDK wants to go. You just have people throwing stuff against walls. No.
But it's pretty obvious, though. If he's staying, you'd think it'd be signed by now, yeah?
You think so?
So you think 90% is gone. Let's be real.
Especially with the weeks we've had, generally there's a good feel story that comes through the club. You know, on a Tuesday or something, you'll get an email saying, "Hey, this news or that news." So
What
let's
you
be
saying
real.
tomorrow?
We've had a fair few bad games, so if now is definitely the time, if it was ever. But yeah, it's pretty evident he's on the out.
One bloke that's been pretty vocal about Harry over the last couple of weeks is his old mate Morris, and he's just put a comment up on the live chat saying, "Stay tuned, big
I
announcement
reckon
tomorrow."
he's stirring the pot. 100%.
Yep. Yep.
I don't know.
He's
Could be
stirring it.
right. Could be onto something there.
I don't think the club will do anything this week.
Never know.
Rocco
In
made a
terms,
good
in
point
terms of
today,
what?
yeah.
Coaching?
Nah, bobbleheads. I was thinking bobbleheads.
Nothing negative. They won't announce anything negative. Positive, absolutely. I don't think they'll announce anything negative. Not after a Collingwood loss. Rocco.
I
made
don't
a
think
very
they'll.
good point
I don't
today.
think they'll sack him now. It'll probably be end of the year. I think he's gone, but it won't be now. It'll be end of the year.
So if they know they're gone, right? If they know Voss is gone, do you guys think we should sack him immediately or let him coach out the year?
Well, who are you going to put in charge? That's the thing.
Doesn't matter.
Anyone.
Yeah, I think you do. If you know he's gone, you might as well.
What was the question? If
you know they're going to sack him, do you get rid of him now?
Yeah, if the decision has been made
100%.
internally, do you move Voss on now or do you wait to the end of the year?
no,
Like we
you
did
move
with
him-
Teague.
You move him now.
100%. I'm
Now.
of that belief as well.
Now. You need to bring a coach in straight away. And my sincere hope is Look, I have my own
Ashley
idea,
Hansen.
but Graham Wright has his own, and you do you, right? Do whatever it is you need to do. But if you're going with sacking the coach, sack him now, and I hope to God you have a replacement ready to go. And I'm not talking about a caretaker coach. I'm talking about your next full-time replacement.
No,
Have
they
it
won't
ready
have
to
one
go.
ready now. So if they did sack him, that would probably be Ash Hansen, Mussa's mate. So that'll be the
So
that'll be the
block
obvious one. You're a bully, mate.
Oh.
There we go. Morris has put something in the chat that Silvani has signed for 4 years, and apparently it's going to be announced tomorrow. But let's see. That's a good signing, if so. Big fan.
Well,
of
that
Silvani.
tells me that TDK is going.
Yeah,
Oh,
4
yeah.
years is big.
Yeah, that tells me that they've thrown. I thought if TDK was to sign, Jack would get a year or
2
two.
years. Yeah.
Yeah, but this, if that's the case, I'll tell you what, Morris, your reputation's on the line here.
Yeah.
Because if it's not true, everyone's going to know you're a fraud. But I love you, bro. We'll see. We'll see.
But yeah,
What do you reckon? We
gotta
open
have the
the chat.
replacement ready.
Should we open the chat? Some people to jump on.
Go for 375
Yellow.
in the chat. Hit the like button.
And also, another call out. Sorry, Moose, just to quickly butt in. We are 15 subs away from 2,000 on YouTube. So
15.
if you're watching along and you haven't subscribed yet, please help us out. Help us hit 2,000. Mate, if we can hit that
Do
tonight.
it tonight. Let's do it tonight, guys. Come on, man. 15 of you are watching and you're not subscribed. Just
Make a
subscribe.
fake account, man, and just sub.
I know, man. Even if you've got an account, make a fake one. But
So
how
let's
many
get,
fake
let's
accounts
get
are there
Morris
of
on. I
Moose?
want to hear from his. I want to hear from his mouth.
Morris?
Just
mouth
quickly, if I may, I'll Andy probably if you want to jump in a little bit, if you want to go through our sponsors real quick.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Shout out.
Global Net Solutions. Naz, if you have any issues with your IT systems for your small business, hit up Naz. Best in the business, hands down. He's number 1, 2, and 3 on the list. They're doing a great deal for the month of July. It's they'll free audit, costs in the hundreds, right? They'll do it for free. They'll go through your IT systems, let you know what you're missing, what you need, and they'll sort you out 100%. Mercadante Wood-Fired Pizzeria. Moose, what's the address?
123 Lagon Street, Carlton. 1 3 Lagon Street.
That's right. Elite Plastering, Eddie, best, great, amazing. Kami Projects, small renos, large renos, whatever you want to do, hit up Eric. YPA, Zach Nassar, best real estate agent in the world. He's been on a run lately. He has sold that many
He's flying,
properties.
yeah.
Yeah, like
I reckon
mate,
he's buying them himself.
Probably. I reckon he's just walking around with a sold sticker and just chucking them on, taking a photo. Hit up Zach Nassar if you want to buy, sell, rent. He's the man to see. Raz Homes, hit up Rules if you're building a house. This guy's another one, best in the biz. We only deal with the best here at the Monday Blues, right? If we're shouting them out, we're the best in the biz. Bottolo, Pascal, come see me. As always, 10%, but this time it's a bit different. If you come in, you see me. If you say fuck the cheese squad, you get 10% off. And Damo Finance, all your finance needs, hit up Damo Finance.
Love it.
4 more subs, boys. Get us there.
4
I
more.
like these ones.
4.
I love
There we
this.
go.
2,000.
Fun fact.
Real quick.
Look at this. Look at this.
Nick had more contested marks than Charlie,
Yep.
Chera, Akers, Lord Hewitt, Fogarty, Cowan, Gov, Haynes, Ollie Fantasia, Cripps, Doc, PDK, and Williams combined. Weeders had 1. Wow. Thank you for the donation. Very generous.
You know what? For such a contested team, that is an appalling stat. You know, we pride ourselves on contested ball. That's
That's
appalling.
disgusting.
I actually thought Charlie was one of our best, low key. Like, apart from his goal kicking, bloke had 18 touches. He hasn't had a game like that in a while where he's touched the ball that many times. So, for what it's worth, he was one of our best.
I feel like it killed his confidence a bit, those misses. on
Yeah.
goal, though.
Yeah.
He didn't want
Who
to.
would have thought Charlie Curnow was a confidence player, huh?
Mm.
I thought, like, could you imagine Harry had Charlie's natural skill? Harry is a very hard worker. on the field. He works tirelessly. Could you imagine he had Charlie's natural skill? Could be anything.
I love this. Very good. I'm not even going to read it out.
I don't know if a contested possession there is a good thing, mate. All right. Let's.
Link is up in the chat if you want to jump on.
Oh, is it up? Nice.
Yep. Vent your frustrations. Could be about the baggers. Could be about the cheer squad. You could be from the cheer squad yourself, and you want to vent about us to us.
Jump
That's
on.
fine. Jump
Come
on.
and insult us. Guys, we're 2 subs away. We are 2 subs away from 2,000.
We need to get there. Amal, can you get some sort of audio or something in the background? Something we can play once we
Get
get
some
there.
hectic audio.
What about?
Don't
play
fuck
yet.
around, man.
We
Don't
need
fuck
to get
around,
the-
yeah.
Don't play it.
Something safe.
Guys,
We're on 2,000.
we got
We're on it.
2,000.
We got
There
2,000.
you go, Amal. Get it. Thank you. Thank you. Everyone. Hit the like
Thank
button
you.
if you haven't already.
Nah,
Thank you.
guys,
Thank you.
so much.
Thanks everyone in the chat. Thanks for the sub. Thanks
The Blues
for
are back.
George's little rant today.
Yeah. Nah, look, appreciate
made it.
everyone for subbing and just being there for us. You know, we do appreciate you guys. We know it's tough, yeah. Like it's tough to show up every week, you know, and even though the players don't, our chat always does, you know. So we do appreciate it. So yeah.
Oh,
Sorry, mate. Oh man.
Oh, 2,000, huh? I remember our first episode. We cracked 200 views on it, and we're like, "What?
Oh
the heck?
yeah.
Who's watching us 200 times?" It actually turned out 160 of the views were us on 6 different
Just sending it to people.
on 6 different devices. We're watching it all over and over again. But here we are.
Congratulations,
2,000
boys.
subscribers
That's
later.
massive for us, man. That's
Yeah.
good stuff, boys.
Great work. Great work.
Who do we have?
All right, let's do it.
Let's get
We've got Morse in the chat.
Amar? I'm gonna.
And first up, we have the man himself, Zach. How you going, buddy?
Zach.
Again, how are we, boys?
How you going, man?
How you going, buddy?
And Zach.
Going shit. But going well to be on here. Sure.
Talk to me,
Boys,
mate. How you
for me,
doing?
the main concern for me was the way we're going up for marks. I know that's a really, really niche thing. I don't know if you noticed, and I noticed especially TDK, if there was a mark on the wing, he'd try to kind of shovel it in like that and it would never work. And if it was high up, he'd try to go for it. And it just looked like he was just laboring to get up there. I don't know about you guys. It just looked, and the whole thing looked labor intensive, especially if we had the ball kind of exiting at half back. Collingwood would mark at our half forward line all the time. Darcy Moore, incredible. But again, we just kicked it to him. Like, I just don't understand. It kept going and going as well. Like, it didn't stop, and we didn't try anything different. Like genuinely, like, there's got to be some sort of stopping point for this. Like, but you know, I guess it just has to get worse to get better usually.
You hope not.
Can
I
it get worse?
genuinely think there's a lot more pain to come this year.
Me too.
Mm.
Me
I
too.
think it gets worse. I think it
Plays
gets darker.
leaving. Players leaving too, but it's hard. Like for me, and I had this conversation with only Carlton. I was actually texting him yesterday, and I was saying, look, I feel like every week I flip flop between if I want to trade Harry or Charlie, and I'm kind of flip flopping between either of them. Like a few weeks ago, I was definitely trade Harry, and now I'm definitely trade Charlie. I don't know. Have you boys been solid on one, or have you guys been flip flopping as
I'm
well?
solid on Charlie going. We spoke about it a
Yeah.
few times. You know what you're getting from Harry. You get up the ground. He's more of a workhorse.
Yeah.
Charlie doesn't like to chase. He looks shot, man. He looks his leg. I don't know, man. His knees no good. I don't know. It's just Harry for me, man. Harry for me. Harry can win you a game.
He can, and he's done it a few times. But
Yeah,
isn't
he
it
has.
interesting that I think it was like a year ago yesterday was that GWS game, or it might have been the day before, a year ago, pretty much, was that GWS game. And I really would love to know what happened at quarter time in that game.
7 goals up, man.
Fell
7
apart.
goals though.
It just
Fell apart.
went. That's it.
Quick.
We
It's
In the
gone.
quarter.
Like it's actually
That was
gone.
the turning point. That was the
yeah, that
turning
was
point.
And for a while, I think a lot of us were in denial, especially around the time when we lost to like Port Adelaide last year, and we lost to St Kilda, especially just in denial of the fact that it's actually not. We're not trending upwards. Like it's actually not working. But now, I'm not in denial anymore. Like this is who we are. We are rubbish, and we've been taken over. It was so poetic, wasn't it? The way we were taken over by Collingwood. We're taken over by Collingwood in the crowd, especially as you guys have said. We're taken over by Collingwood on the field, and I reckon in a few months' time we're going to be taken over on that premierships, overall premierships ladder.
I've made a declaration. I swore black and blue. If Collingwood win the flag, I'm not going to a game next year.
How embarrassing!
Like,
That's an
unless we make
indictment on
finals,
us.
then is all.
It's
I'm
looking that
going
way,
to
mate.
finals.
It's
That's
looking
an
that way.
indictment.
Yeah, I won't go to a game.
They've been
I've sworn black
fantastic,
and blue.
yeah, black for the funeral. You're all wearing black.
That
I
was
know we've said a few times, where do we go from here? But I mean, what do you actually do?
well. Where do we go?
There's nothing you can do. Like we're just going to have to.
I'll ask you the question. You get the keys to the club. What's the first thing you're doing?
It's a good question because there's so many to choose from. I can't even think of one straight away. But if I was to choose, I'd probably say I'd get rid of big players first.
Players first.
And then I'd get rid of coaches. I'd go big players first. Because
What if the next
it's
coach
just a
wants the
time
players? What
Sorry?
if the next coach wants those players?
That's the thing. I mean, can you trust these players though?
Can you trust the club to?
Well, put it that
choose
way.
the right coach?
If you're the coach, who are you getting rid of?
I get rid of Charlie and I get rid of TDK, but he's already going TDK anyway. But I'd get rid of Charlie definitely. For me personally, I would keep Walsh. If we're talking big players, I would keep Walsh, and I just invest. I'd invest in some more midfielders, very similar to Jagger Smith. Personally, that's what I do. Very similar make and model. That speed that can kill you through the middle, but also win a hard ball. That's what I do personally, like player wise. But again, like you guys said, it's a real shit position to be in, isn't it? It's just a real shit position.
It is, bro. It is. Well, I feel sorry. Like, yeah. How old are you? You're young. You're like 18, 19. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you've only known shit, Carlton.
I know shit, which is what makes it really
That's
sad.
it.
Yeah,
That's bad.
It's ruined his life.
Like we're young. we're old enough to remember the prelim, the '99 prelim.
Yeah, against North.
I think we were a bit too young for the '95 premiership, so that really doesn't count.
I remember bits, not much.
Yeah,
but
same. Like, but it doesn't. Like, I don't have an
Can't really
emotional
count it.
attachment to it.
Yeah.
I think it's like the semi-final, really.
Yeah.
And Richmond.
So your semi-final was our prelim.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, exactly. So hearing about the standards of the old Carlton from guys like Vince, for example, or Rocco, it makes me wonder, like, how can we still in 2025 not go back necessarily, but not want to kind of emulate the mentality that we had. That's what I try to do. Similarly, but again, and I think I said last week or the week before, this club's priority is not to win premierships. It can't be, because this can't have happened. If it was, where we are right now wouldn't have happened. Simple as that.
I agree.
Zach, thank you so much for jumping on. Got quite
Thanks for having me on, boys.
quite a few.
Thanks for
Got
being
a
an
number of
absolute
people.
Have a good night,
to
man.
jump on.
That's
Thank
all
you
right.
so much.
Take care.
See you later.
Thanks, Zach. Appreciate it, mate. I got the timer ready, guys. Got the timer
Just
ready because
Just quickly, Amal, this one here. I was actually talking about it to someone the other day. By Harry in the chat. We
Harry.
sold our souls when we changed the John Elliott stand to the Hero stand. I don't even remember when that happened or how it happened, but I do recall the John Elliott stand. And then one day it wasn't there. But maybe that's what it was. So whoever's got the spray paint is in next job.
Bring it back.
Who's next up?
Tommy, welcome.
What's going on, boys?
How are you, mate?
Yeah, doing all right. Doing as can be. I was just, I think what's really been getting me this week is just we've got no one at our club anymore that enforces themselves on a game. And I think that's what we really miss. Like, you think, like, I'm only in my mid-30s, but like, you watch the guys in the 80s, if something wasn't going our way, someone would make it on themselves to get imposed on a game. And like, you look at someone like Harry Mackay I don't think he's ever knocked a bloke over in his life. Like, I love Harry for what he does, but if a game's not going his way, he's just not going to run through someone if they're going to back into a pack. He'll go like that and run around him and not want to give away a free kick. We've just got a team full of guys who don't want to be not the nice guy.
We had that, Tom. We had Kennedy and Always.
Exactly. But even Kennedy was playing in a system where he was meant to be like, oh, I don't want to get in the way of doing the wrong thing, because I think it was a set thing. It's like your best ability is availability, and we're seeing that now the guys that are available aren't cutting the mustard. So we've got to bring someone in that can put their weight. You know, I was listening to the Jumper Punch and they said Luke Parker would have been perfect to come to Carlton. And you can see what he's doing at North now. He's imposing himself in contests, and guys like McKercher and Sheasel don't need to go and get a hard ball anymore, and they can use their outside skills. So I think that's Carlton's first port of call. And yeah, every time I say this, someone always says Liam Stocker and stuff like that. Like, absolutely. But I still don't think he's the answer, because he's still a halfback. We don't want to win the ball on the halfback line. We want to win it in front of centre. So,
well, it used
that's a good point. That's a good
I love it.
Cripps,
That's
right?
fantastic.
Yeah.
And
yeah,
man.
Cripps used to do it.
He's dropped off a cliff this year.
What it tells
Carl
me,
mentioned it. Yeah.
maybe Carlton don't want that as a club. Maybe they don't want to be known. Maybe it's unacceptable for a club, because you saw Stocker's gone, Owi's gone, Kennedy's gone, and Cripps doesn't do it anymore. So,
Yeah. But it doesn't get them anywhere. Like, you can say that all you like, that we don't want that, but we also don't want to be irrelevant for 30 years. So they've let both things happen.
Yep.
And here we are. So something's got to change. And if it means, and like, yeah, Charlie Curnow gets traded and goes to Sydney or whatever and becomes a Collingwood medalist again, good on him. It's happened before and it'll happen again. Like, we lost sleep over the first 6 weeks of Fev going to Brisbane. Like, and then all of a sudden that went to shit. Like, we've got to be not afraid to lose these guys anymore, because what's the point of them keeping them around just so no one else can have them? It doesn't make sense anymore. We've just got to cut ties and get ruthless, be a ruthless football club again.
You're 100% right. And you know what? I reckon that's the catalyst for the club to go back to a club-first mentality.
Yeah.
For far too long, we've been players first. And it shows, right? The players are the reason why the last couple of coaches have been sacked. We get rid of some big names, and then all of a sudden everyone's like, fuck, yeah, it's Carlton first, then whoever is playing for them.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's why there's so many divides. Like, you can go on every single podcast or, you know, YouTube Live or whatever, and everyone's got a different point of what's wrong with Carlton. And that's already not a good sign. Like, every club that's been shit in the past, like North, they didn't have enough kids coming through. They were too old. All of a sudden now they've made that move. Same with Hawthorn. They cut their list right back and went, this is what we're missing out on. We need, the game's evolving. We're going to bring all youth in. They bring Watson. They go and get Ginnivan. And now all of a sudden, no one can run with them. So we've got to look at being that sort of catalyst going forward. What can we change instead of trying to keep up with teams that are already changing? Because by the time that we catch up to them, the next thing's going to be happening and we're going to be behind again. So, yeah, they've just got to be...
Do you reckon we're scared, or do you reckon we're soft? So do you reckon we're scared to get rid of them, or we don't want to get rid of them?
I think they're scared of what can happen. I think they're scared of, if we play Charlie Curnow and he kicks 7 goals on us, everyone will be like, you got rid of Charlie Curnow. How dare you get rid of our favourite player? And what I say to that is, well, we've got Jacob Wiedering, who I reckon would beat Charlie every day at training. So we've got to not be scared of what we can lose. We've got to back in what we're going to keep. And we do have enough sort of troops there. Like, I would love for them to go out and get someone like Jack Gunston for a 1-year deal. Just to park him in the forward line and just let him, you know, Ashton Moyer can stay in his house and like live with him and just sit with him and just, because that's what Ashton Moyer can be. He can be Jack Gunston. So,
yeah.
But yeah, I just want to see ruthless Carlton come back again. That's pretty much all it is. And that's what's missing.
Great call out, man. Yeah.
But yeah, love your work, guys. Good job on your subscribers.
Thanks,
you.
fella. Appreciate it. Thank you, bro. Thank you to all you guys. Thank you.
Yeah. Awesome.
Absolutely.
Have a good week.
Thanks, mate.
See you, mate.
too,
See
bro.
ya.
So much. Hey, I don't know. Is this true? Ratton is assistant Kate Simpson defense coach at Hawthorn?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Been knocked up for years, man.
Yep.
I like it.
Let's have a quick look at the chats. Dynamic Hypnotic with
Ian.
the $2. Thank you so much. Musin Fossad. Just getting to belt everyone.
Must
You,
have been
do you
beat
down,
himself.
Moss?
Must
Yeah,
have beat
bro.
himself.
Who's next? What
Next
do we have?
on. Old mate, only Carlton.
Hey, boys.
Only Carlton.
Congrats
Carlton,
on
man.
2,000 Congrats to 2,000 subscribers, boys. Well done. That's
Thank you.
fucking
Thanks, bro.
Thank you, bro.
man.
Thank you, bro.
Look, I don't want to touch on the game too much. The game was just shit, right? Like you had one of the things I noticed the most while rewatching it was Lockie Fogarty was an outlet kick from defensive 50. There was so many times where McGovern kicked it straight from the kick out to Lockie Fogarty in like a 1-on-3 contest.
Yeah. Yeah.
Why are we doing that? Where's Charlie Kerner? We're saying he's up the ground. Where the fuck is he? Why isn't he in this contest? And if he's on the other side of the ground, why are we not kicking it to him? So there's so many things wrong with this team, right? Like you have Patrick Cripps coming out and saying, we'll see which players want to be here and which players don't want to be here, right? He came out to the media. Now, these players, right? Someone like Patrick Cripps, right? I rate Patrick Cripps highly, and all the players should, right? When Patrick Cripps, your captain, says something like that, do you not want to go out on the pitch and fucking die for him? Right? I can name a couple of players that are playing a lot of effort, like Ollie Hollins. It's the only one that comes to mind right now. Zach Williams is another one when he actually does play. Right? He was our best on ground. He plays 60% time on ground. Right? But the rest of these players, they don't give a fuck. They generally don't give a fuck at all. And I think if you're not about Voss, let's say they don't like Voss, right? They're not happy with the game plan. That's one thing. But not playing for your captain, who's been there for the better part of 12 years, right? Who's put his body on the line for you blokes. Half of these cunts would even been playing for Carlton if it's not for him, right? He carried this fucking club. I just think it's so fucked. I don't like it.
Same.
Now, I'm pretty sick, so I don't want to stay on here too long, right? Just one more thing. The cheer squad, right? The fucking cheer squad. Go fuck yourselves. Every single one of yous, right? The cunt that runs the social media account, you're a fucking bitch. You're a bitch. I don't know who it is, right? But the way you alienate yourself from all these supporters, you've alienated yourself from 90% of the following base, right? Especially on social media. And then you play the fucking victim card. Then you play the victim card, right? What did you expect? What did you expect? We're in 2025. You have 16,000 fucking followers. You have a platform, a really big platform. And then that's how you run it. You block everyone and anyone that disagrees with you in the slightest. And it's not like there's people that haven't even interacted with them. There's so many people I know that haven't spoken a word to them. But just because they feel threatened by the platform, they block them. Is that what we're doing? Is that where we're at as a fan base? I really like unity, right? Like I've been preaching for unity over the last 4 or 5 weeks, right? Because I feel like it's important we stick together as a fan base. But these cunts, the cheer squad, right? They're the ones that fucking promote the wedge between fans. Bigger than anyone. They drive a wedge between people. Like you have Mary going on 3AW and calling out Snapper. What does that promote? What was the point of that? What did that achieve? Other than driving a wedge between supporters. And you can see how the majority of the fan base feels about it. You can look at the comments on Instagram, on Facebook. Yeah. Right? She's getting destroyed.
She promoted herself. That's all it was.
Yeah. And the question that the 3AW, obviously like 3AW, they know what they're doing, right? Like they're trying to get divided. They're trying to get stories. But the question that got asked was like, how do you stick together as a fan base? She could have just been like, oh, we're all hurting, you know. It's important we stick together. We all want the same thing. But instead, she singled out another fucking supporter. Shout out Snapper, man, because regardless of whatever you think about him, regardless if you don't agree with his opinions, he's a passionate supporter, right? People like him, they build this club. They are what this club is. And for someone from the cheer squad, designated member from the fucking cheer squad, to call him out like that, that's disgusting. That's fucking disgusting.
let him support however he would like to support. He's
100%.
entitled.
Exactly right. Exactly right. Exactly right. Snapper's an absolute legend, man.
Yeah.
Legend. And you can tell Snapper's the type that would die for this club. You know, and every club needs a snapper. Every single club we need snappers in the world. You know, and like you said, the comment section, mate, it speaks for itself, yeah.
Yeah. And then people from the cheer squad, clearly they're from the cheer squad, sending messages from fake accounts, right? I got a couple myself.
You got some
right?
too, yeah.
I've never interacted with the cheer squad. I don't know who the fuck they are. I didn't even follow them.
You're on the hit list, mate.
Yeah, good. I'm good on the list. You know what, bro? They like making fake accounts. My name is the Tush Tulche, bro. All right? I run only Carlton. Go fuck yourselves, every single one of you.
That's it, bro.
Yeah.
I love it, bro.
Everyone's
I
upset,
love
huh? Can't have an
Yeah, I
opinion
love
these days.
Everyone's
nah.
heated.
But again, congrats on 2,000 boys. That's great. Well, shit. Well
Thank
done.
you, my bro.
Thanks, heaps.
Thanks,
Hey,
bro.
hey, before you go, congrats on 3,000, bro. Only Carlton hit 3,000 followers on Instagram. Massive deal,
Nice.
bro.
Well done, man.
He's growing quick, bro. So well done. If you're not
Yeah, lock your
following
front
him,
door now. You're fucked.
Oh.
shit.
Anyways, boys, thanks for having me on.
Thanks,
Take care, bro.
Cheers,
Yeah,
mate.
Yeah.
Take care. I really want to highlight. Yeah, that's the one.
I've been dying to put that up, bro.
Goes back.
I don't
So
think
if
you
anyone
get
that's
much
wondering,
for it, bro.
that is Zach from YPA. He will sell the club. That's how committed he is.
Might
to
even
the
sell his
cause.
ass.
Hey, you probably get that $10 back, Zach, by selling the club. Thank you. That's about all you get at the moment, mate.
Oh, I love you, Zach.
I don't.
See, this is one thing. I wholeheartedly disagree with this. I don't think we're disunited in any way, shape, or form. I think a lot of us are actually on the same page. We're just saying we're just saying it in a different way. We all agree that the club is in a shit space. We all agree that the players don't know what they're doing. We all agree that there's something happening in the coaching board. It's just that the 100,000 of us, or however many Carlton supporters there are saying like a series of things just at a different time and a different way. We're all on the same page. And I'm sorry, but Mary doesn't represent me as a Carlton supporter.
Nor me.
I'm not going to sit there and support something that I don't agree with, or I'm not happy with. We're not disunited. We're not against each other. We're not anything. We're all on the same page. Believe
I don't
me
like
when I say
opinions.
that.
You can't have your own opinions.
There's a select few. There's always a minority that for some reason have a louder voice than the majority.
A vocal entitlement, almost.
Yeah. But just don't forget that when the numbers get together, it's always gonna win. That's it.
Good call. Who do we have
Next.
Cameron.
He's on mute. You're
Good
on mute,
evening,
brother.
gentlemen.
There we go.
There we go.
How
How you doing, mate?
Yeah, I'm not too bad. Just for want of a better word, the title of this episode, "Fucking Deplorable," just sums it up. Honestly, that was gut wrenching, man. That was gut wrenching. I wanted to leave a quarter time because I knew what was happening. Oh, it was so disheartening as a really loyal fan that loves this club. It was so disheartening to watch what we were going through. They diddied us. They ran through us, man. We could not do anything to stop them. They just ran amok. And it's like you guys said, they didn't break a sweat. If they really wanted to, they could have beat us up by 200 points.
Yeah.
Oh man, we're back in the dark days of the 2018. This is where we're at now. We're losing to shit teams like North Melbourne. We're losing to one of the worst teams of the decade, North Melbourne. Are you kidding me? And now we don't treat this Collingwood Carlton as a rivalry anymore because they always beat our ass. That Joel Embiid meme. It's not a rivalry. They always beat us. I don't know where we're at, man. I don't know where we're at. We're nowhere, man. We're nowhere.
Do you think we can get out of this in the next 2 years?
Honestly, no, because I was talking to someone earlier about this. We put so much into Jagger Smith, and you can tell Michael Voss built a whole game plan on Jagger Smith, and we traded away our future for Jagger Smith. And now we don't have like those like points. I don't know how it works with like father sons. We don't have that points to get like a Charlie Dean or like the Dean guy. I can't remember his first name. And Cody Walker, who's said to be an absolute superstar, probably going to Richmond now because we can't get him. I think we fucked ourselves, to be honest. Like we put everything into Jagger Smith, and now he's done an ACL, and who knows what he's going to do in his second season.
Yeah,
It's not looking good, huh? Far out.
It's not, man. It's not. Oh.
Well, what's your what are you hoping to get out of the rest of the season then? If it's so doom and gloom, what needs to happen for the rest of the year for you to say, all right, there's something positive to take out of this year now? So there's 7 games left. What do you want to see?
Honestly, I don't even know. Like, there's what can you want? Like, you know what I mean? What can you want? Just like get games into the kids. What's that going to do? They're just going to be dropped next. They're just going to be dropped after playing 1 game next year. What's the point?
Doesn't even matter.
Like, I know we're the club that young kids go to die their career. Their career goes to die because we don't develop them. We don't develop them. We have so many like good young players that are just like waiting for their chance. I personally think Harry Lemmy's really good, but he just lacks that big game thing. He always kicks goals against the scrubs. Kind of like Charlie Curnow, but he's not Charlie Curnow, obviously. But we're just not putting any effort into our young guys, and that's what's screwing with us. So yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, it's dark, bro. You depress me.
Sorry.
Depressed.
Oh, shit. I've been depressed since the North game. Let's be real. Like that game was so bad, and I didn't think it could get any worse. I didn't think it could get any worse than that. And then I watched that fucking shit.
But what
for
were you
4 quarters
expecting,
as well?
What were you expecting though?
I was expecting us to at least put up a fight. I didn't think they'd just run amok on us. I thought Kerner would actually do his head in and actually do something for once. What good are those 18 touches, bro? You're our leading goal kicker. Kick goals, man.
Yeah.
He hasn't kicked a goal in 3 rounds. He's kicked 7 behinds in the last 3 games. Yeah, how bad that is. A 2-time Collingwood medalist. Are you kidding? We're nowhere, man. We're absolutely nowhere. Where's Elijah Hollins in bloody rehab? Like, where is he? We need him. We need Harry Mackay. We need our big game players. And they're just nowhere to be seen because of what? Mental health? Yeah, I understand that mental health is a big thing for players. But like just the club needs to tell us what's going on. The club needs to tell us what is going on with him and is he getting the help he deserves.
Yeah.
Good call,
and that
bro.
cheer squad thing, bro. That cheer squad thing is it's deplorable. The Mary chick, now I'm sure she's a very nice lady, but Snapper, he talks like he knows his stuff. He's a very passionate fan, like only Carlton said. I'm going to double down. He seems like a very passionate fan, and you can just tell there's no accountability in this football club. They just blame it on the players, like George said last week. They're blaming the fans for not showing up. Bro, we showed up in Richmond round 1. What do you expect from us? We all expected to win that game. So what? You can't just go ahead and say, "Oh, we have to stick fat and we have to stay stronger together." Bro, how do you expect us to stay stronger together when you're losing to Richmond and North Melbourne?
Fact.
It's just,
Fact.
it's tiring. It's seeming like a chore to support this football club. It's just so jarring, knowing how good we can be, but we're just not fulfilling our full potential. It's so jarring. I'm done, man. Fuck this team, bro. Fuck them. I don't like watching this team play. I'm sorry, bro. I just don't like watching this team play anymore. They've destroyed me. Bloody Melbourne Storm are doing better than Carlton at the moment, man. Fuck. I'm more of an NRL fan at the moment because these cunts, bro. Sorry to drop the C word, but like straight out.
And Melbourne Storm are always good. That's the difference. And
Yeah,
they inflate.
that's true. Yeah, that's true. They've always been good.
Mm.
And I'm a big soccer fan. I know you, Andy. You go for Watford. I go for Chelsea. So we're doing pretty good at the moment. We've got some pretty
Yeah.
decent signings. So
Did you catch cricket? Did you catch the Aussies play the West Indies?
yeah, I fell asleep because
Yeah,
it's
it
like
was on
12 in the
times,
morning.
yeah.
Yeah, but I saw we
Yeah.
won, so that's good. Start the new cycle with 2 wins. That's all right.
Yeah. All right, cuz. Well, thanks for joining us, bro. You fucking depressed
Cheers,
my
man.
life.
Appreciate it.
Far out. I just want
Have a good
to
night.
I'm done this.
Sorry
lot.
for getting depressing, boys. My bad. Have a good night, boys.
Take
Thanks,
care,
mate.
brother.
Yeah, mate.
I like that from Cameron, man. Like, you look at that and you get supporters that'll have a sook. But you know what? He's passionate. He loves the club. He's cut. He's angry.
Yep.
So, fuck, what do you want us to do, man? Like, let him be upset.
Yeah.
Like, he probably
He's
goes to the
entitled.
games every week like us.
He's
Can I
entitled to be
Can I
upset.
just say,
He's 100%
someone sent me a screenshot. I don't want to mention what page it was on or whatever, but you'll know exactly what page when I tell you about it. And they were talking about how, I don't know, how upsetting this might be. This must be for the players, copying all this criticism, and someone commented, "Let's make them a digital card. Can we make them a digital card so we can express how we love them?" Is this all right? To all the old school heads in the chat, was this always a thing? Do we always have little bitches at our club?
I want a
Like, we're
digital card.
babying these millionaires. We are babying these fucking millionaires. At the end of the day, these are millionaires. And we're babying them. We're hurting their feelings. Oh, they're wiping away with their $100 notes. They're wiping their tears away. Bro, cooks
I
me.
want a card.
Cooks me, man.
Carlton are the champions of leading this shift in what's happening in the world today, unfortunately, for me, in the AFL. Carlton by far exceeding all expectations in that field without
which
getting
field, sorry?
too political. But in whatever the agenda is or whatever, Carlton are right up the top of that, but they need to just win some fucking footy games.
Like I said, bro, they're concerned about the wrong kind of pride.
Fuck me, man.
Fucking hell.
Each their own. Everyone do whatever the fuck you want, but you're
100%.
called the Carlton Football Club. Win some fucking football games.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Now, before we get the next one, there was one comment that just caught my eye. It's got nothing to do with footy, because fuck the footy at the moment. I'm more of an F1 fan. If you were watching the British Grand Prix this morning, mate, what a race. Full of entertainment. I can't believe Oscar Piastri did something as stupid as what he did. Decelerated from something like 140 miles to 34 as soon as the lights on the safety car turned off. Got a 10-second penalty, which ultimately cost him the race. Norris came first.
I used to love watching the F1, but I hate Verstappen's face so much I've given up on it.
Hey, he's nowhere near it at the moment. Right now, it's a two-horse race.
I hate his lips, man. Fuck his lips.
Be good. I'm really enjoying watching Piastri race. Anyway, next on.
Who do we have?
Robbie.
Big Rob.
How are you? How
How you doing, my friend?
Right.
God, you are all depressed.
Big
We were
time.
just speaking about
Save us.
one of the older guys. I'm one of the older guys that I think Andy and Carl
Yeah.
were late last time. Yeah. To that other bloke, there was the caller before. Look, man, he's a
Cameron.
young guy and he's upset. We're all upset. Well, what do you say? You know what I mean? But I spoke about what I thought's gone wrong for the season. But you know what? If we had the right coach, this would not be happening. It's as simple as that.
So you're coaching all the way.
Yeah, look, I told you last week I wasn't sure, like, is it all Voss's fault? But I went through where under his last 4 years, it's been the same thing. We get out to big leads and we fall off. It happens in too many of his games. But at the I follow McRae a lot, as in what he does in Collingwood. You know, I'm Lebanese. Half my cousins barrack for Collingwood, and
You're Lebanese.
yeah, half a
I
Syrian.
never
half
would have
a
guessed that.
Lebanese.
Ah,
Thank you.
Never would have guessed
Yeah.
No. So
Habib Albi.
Habib,
That's my cousin, everyone. It's not really.
So, and you see, like you talk about Graham Wright coming to the club with that now. Buckley wasn't doing that bad, honestly. He wasn't doing that bad, but he saw an opportunity and he took that chance with McRae. Now, you look at McRae, geez, apart from the Dacoses and that, you know, they're recruiting a lot of older players, similar to what we've done. But somehow, he's getting the most out of those players on cheaper pay packets as well, compared to what some, you know, we're talking about the McGoverns, the Zach Williams that have come to us on big money and not performed. And I think that's a lot of the killer. And, you know, he's been talking about Charlie and Mackay and that. Now, I'm telling you now, the media want us to trade one of those blokes. Because if you're going to find the coach and you're going to tell this coach, like say John Longmire, we're after John, he's available, or Simpson from West Coast. I tell you right now, the last thing they want traded is Curnow or Mackay. I mean, that's madness, like thinking that. Getting a new coach and telling him, you know what, mate, the 2 Coleman medalists, well, we're thinking of getting rid of both, or at least one. So start planning for that. He's going to turn around and go, what are you talking about? You know, you put those 2 blokes in a Sydney team. Sydney's dying for a full forward. They got Amadi. That's their full forward. You know what I mean? Brisbane, they've got their guys, and they found that kid now who's just a star. I don't know how they picked him up. Why didn't we see him? He went to pick 46 or something. Why aren't we picking up guys like that? But that's what I mean. We can't, like everyone's, mate, I was at the game. I left at 3/4 time, and I'm like you guys. I don't leave that often. But that was unwatchable. But I'll be honest, I had nothing to do on the Friday night. It's our home game. I went with my brother and we took our mate and his son. You know, we've got a bunch of tickets there on level 1. But I actually didn't expect much. And when I saw 6 changes for that team against Collingwood, I knew we were in trouble as well. And they said we were the second youngest list for the week. So that was just like throwing wolves to the slaughter. And I know the skills got worse and all that sort of stuff. But, you know, I rocked up, I looked at our back line and I saw Hoff and Carroll back there. And I'm like, what the hell? These guys are going to get torched.
Yep.
Like, and we go back to bringing in the kids from the reserves, which I want to see as well. But you bring 1 or 2 in at a time and you play them in the position where they are playing in the reserves.
Yeah.
Yes.
The last thing a poor kid wants to do is come in and, you know, he's a forward. And you go, you know what, mate? I'm going to put you on a centre bounce.
Yep.
Or I'm going to put you at half back. He's going to go, oh, hang on, mate. I've been playing in the VFL. We're doing okay. I play this role. You know, and I heard, you know, bring in Lemmings. And I actually thought this week, you know, I like everyone bags Lewis Young every now and then. And, you know, but when you put him next to Wiedering down back and you keep McGovern down there and Nick Haynes, we're missing Silvani and Sard, you know, bring him into the back line, not Hoff. Hoff had 1 game earlier in the year. He wasn't that good. So why would you bring him in against Collingwood?
Yeah.
Why would you do that? And then Carroll goes down to, I think, was it Matt Carroll? Was he was 32
Yeah, he was playing
down
half back.
as well.
Yeah, he was playing half
What
back.
the hell? Like, where'd they get that from? Against their forwards who were missing Bobby Hill and Schultz. But, mate, Elliott, Myercheck, mate, they're killers. They're humming that team.
Bad selection.
Bad selection.
Yeah,
very bad.
Okay, great. I saw Moya. But why did Ben Camporelli not play that week, last week? Why did he not play on Friday? In the midfield, next to Cripps, Chera, Hewitt. No, again, we get Motlop taking centre bounces. We get Fogarty taking centre bounces. We get Moya taking centre bounces. Yes, and Andy, you're right. He did play a couple of good games in the VFL in the centre, but he's actually a forward. That's what we drafted him for. Why did we draft a guy with pick 40? I think Moya went first or second rounder he was.
I'm pretty sure he was a first rounder.
To try and turn him into a midfielder. Like, what the hell? We've drafted
What we
Ben
do.
Camporelli. When's he going to get a go? The guy's been playing good football.
I'm bringing both of them in and taking
Yeah,
Acres and Doherty out.
and Lucas, his brother, they're playing well. You know, we need a couple of. Surely it must be better to play them two than Fogarty and Motlop.
Mm.
You know,
Fogarty's dud, man.
like, come on, Fogarty and Motlop are taking centre bounces. Like that's just. I don't know where the hell that's come from all of a sudden. So the selection,
playing Motlop in the centre has killed him.
What? And you know what? We bagged Motlop as well, but he's a young guy as well. You know, I'm watching that Isaac Kako, you know, for Essendon, right? And you know what? He reminds me a bit of Motlop. Runs around like crazy. He looks like he's running faster than what he is. He's a short, you know, he's short, so he's not like Bobby Hill or someone like that. You know what I mean? But they keep playing him in the centre, in the forward pocket. You know, even though the ball doesn't go down there, you don't see him taking centre bounces. You don't see him on the wing. You know, you just see him. That's, you know, perfect your craft there. Now maybe he's no good, Motlop. I don't know. He hasn't been good this year, right? But you know, Charlie's copping a bath at the moment. Yeah, but I said last week, man, the guy had 2 knee operations in the preseason. He had 0 preseason, 0. Right, and he's down in confidence. But the last thing I want to see Charlie now doing is killing himself and does his knee again when we're not making finals. What good would that do?
So what do you do with him? Do you put him on ice?
No, I'm not saying put him on ice, but I'm not sure what everyone expects with the 8-9 players out. I know we're not playing with, and I know the skills are bad. The skills are bad at the moment, but I think that is just a drop off from what's happening at the club. And now everyone's petrified again. We're going to sack another coach. You know, I think that is now getting to the players. And Graham Wright coming in, and now everyone is in a panic, you know, and guys like McGovern, Sard, Akers coming to the end of these contracts that we've had them on are probably panicking as well and playing. You know, they're missing targets. That I know we've never been the best but at the moment it has just fallen off a cliff completely. And I reckon a lot of that is just now everyone's playing real edgy stuff. And unfortunately, everyone said we had an easy draw. We had an okay draw, but again, you know, we copped 4 or 5 of the top 8 teams in a row, and we're in bad form, and we're getting put to the sword. Like, I don't know, but to start turning around and saying we're going to trade, we're looking at trading Curnow and Mackay, and no, they're not the guys that we should be trading. We've got currency on them. They're signed for the next 6-7 years. So they can't leave without us getting big returns on them. You know, I mean, you put Charlie or Harry on the market tomorrow and people say, oh, you're not going to get it. You're going to get it. You're going to get 2 first-rounders and they're going to pay their contracts. They're still 27, 28. I mean, look at what Hogan's doing at GWS. He's 30 years old or something.
Yeah.
You know,
let's not even go that far. Look at Jack Martin. Couldn't do nothing with us and was kicking ass.
And, and that was the other thing while I was thinking before, you know, I just got on now. We went through a different now high-performance coach, and we had to look tired all year. So is this his doing? Because, you know, we got rid of a master guy. Like, he just could not fix those. And I said last week, you know, unfortunately for, what was his name? Andrew Russell, he couldn't get Martin, Cunningham, Marchbank, and there was another, Zach Williams, I think, broke down on him as well. But, like, he couldn't get those guys right. And we were heavily reliant on those guys playing because when they did, we looked good.
Yeah.
Well,
they kind of killed him. But this guy's
finals.
in. What was that?
We made finals with all them playing.
Yeah, mate. Yeah. And, like, now it's like, okay, I'm looking at our team going, heaps of injuries again. We've looked unfit all year, really, honestly. We've looked unfit all year. And is that his fault? Has he changed the dynamic? Has he caused something as well? Because I don't think it's just one thing. I think there's a number of things playing out at the club. And, you know, everyone at where I am at the gym, everyone comes in and like, Rob, what's going on? And a lot of Carlton supporters. I'll tell you what, nobody knows what the hell's going on, and everyone's pissed. We're all pissed, you know. We're going, you know, like I said, I'm 50, so I've seen the good times, but this reminds me back of like starting to look like, you know, 2205, 06 days. But I'm more positive because I actually don't think we are as bad as what we are. Like this there's no way we're this bad.
Well, I think we all agree on that because that's why we're so angry.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, and
we have higher expectations.
We should be angry. But Buckley, and I heard Buckley on Friday, and he said one real good thing, which I agree with as well. The expectation on our big name players, right? We should expect them to perform.
Yep.
And where is the accountability being on this? Where is it? Everybody wants to sign $1 million with Carlton. You've got 6 blokes around the $1 million mark. You name me another team that's got 6 blokes on $1 million and not making the 8. Name me. Name a team. Anyone?
Cheese Squad, probably.
No one. No one. And but we should be angry. But I think you need to have a bit of calm, but they need to decide who is the coach. And Voss was never the right coach. Neither was David Teague. We all jumped on the Teague train. What the hell was that? How did they appoint that bloke as the coach when we had just picked up the special draft where we got Wiedering, Curnow, Mackay, Cunningham, Silvani. You know, we picked up Walsh. We knew who was coming. And then we go get Teague. Now, was Bolton a mistake? The poor guy had a lot of senior guys stripped out of that list.
I don't think it was ever
he was left with kids. But they have to sort out who the coach is, and before they do anything, like you can, I don't know, but he'll do that. He's that type of guy. Like you can see, he's been quiet. He won't take interviews. He won't talk to anyone. You know, he's probably studying the place. Now, I don't know, is it a couple of wins might make the young kids happy? Like, you know what, Brisbane this week, like you want to do something, come out and beat a team that's flying down on a 5-day break, right? And we're sitting here pretty waiting for them. Like we're that bad of a side that we're going to get thumped by a team on a 5-day break, flying down from Brisbane by 10 goals.
Yes.
Yep.
That'd be a shocker if that's the case.
I think it would.
Yeah, I reckon it will happen.
No. What I'm saying is that
yeah.
would be,
I know what you're saying, but yeah.
That's just unacceptable if that is the case. And they're a good team, but they're a team that can bury people. But off a 5-day break, you know, remember Essendon went up there and, you know, mate.
Yeah, you never know. You never know.
Yeah.
Robert, thank you, mate. Before you go, shout out your gym.
High Life Fitness in Tullamarine.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Nice.
I'll come down. Want to see me?
Come down, mate.
Come down, pay a
Where are
visit,
you?
I usually go to the old Derrimut, mate. I'm based in Coolaroo, but not too far, actually.
Coolaroo, yeah. Yeah, come past.
Done.
Say hello.
Appreciate you joining us, brother. Always appreciate it.
What's that?
Always appreciate you jumping on.
Yeah, thank you. No worries. Good listening.
Have a good one, brother.
Have a good night, man.
Thanks, mate.
All the best.
Ciao.
See ya.
What a ripper bloke.
Yeah.
Some good points there. Real good
Great
points.
point. Excellent
Real
points.
cool head. I like that.
What I took from that is we just continually do the same thing over and over and play players out of position. Kids, senior players, everyone. Just I don't know.
See,
back on that Moyer one, I took it back because, you know, he played some VFL in the midfield. I untake that take back.
Because he was a
Keep him in the forward line.
From speaking to everyone, everyone's got like different ideas of what's wrong and what we need to do.
Yeah.
It shows you how cooked we are.
Yeah.
Doesn't it? Like we're fucked everywhere.
The club's cooked us.
And
my thing is, why don't we just play Charlie? We know he's carrying something. Why don't we just play him in a goal square and leave him one out and play as a true full forward and just go back to
We'll never
basics?
leave him one out. We're incapable of leaving him one out.
the game plan dictates that he comes out and takes the big pack mark out of the defense.
Yeah. And then
How
bombs
can
it
he?
long.
But
That game
he
plan needs to fuck right off.
He bombs it to Motlop with 3 other players on him.
Or Fogarty, one or the other.
Yeah. Petrocam with the $2.61. Thank you. What's the deep core problem at the club? It's decision making from top to bottom.
Accountability.
Accountability for me. People need to fuck off.
Pull their finger out or fuck off.
This is the thing, right?
Both.
Like, and I said this to Morris, and Morris is in the chat, and he's waiting, so maybe we'll
get him
add him on quickly. How can we trust that the board will make those decisions? We can't trust them.
He's angry, mate.
Hey, before Morris jumps on,
away, mate.
I'm going to mute myself and move my camera. I'm sorry, I need to use the restroom real quick. I need a pee.
Take the camera with you.
Nice.
Just make sure Awada's there waiting for you.
I heard that, Morris. Thank you.
Firstly, guys, in regards to the game, you all look shattered, but you can't play good and lose by 60 points. And we all knew what was coming Friday night. You all said it. I said it. We all said that we were going to get belted. Yeah? You can't play good and lose by 10 goals. Okay? A few things that I don't know if too many people are aware of in regards to people were questioning the omission of Billy Wilson. No, it wasn't an injury. We need to blood the kids, but we also need to blood them at the right time. So what happened with Billy Wilson against Port? He blew up in the third quarter. He basically, his whole body went into shock. Okay?
What do you mean?
The standard of VFL to AFL was too much for him. His body, he couldn't push any further. Okay? So that introductory to AFL was great for him because he now knows that this preseason he's got to work his ass off. All right? Around the previous caller in regards to playing kids in the wrong positions, O'Farrell's going to be O'Farrell's a tall defender. Carroll's a halfback flanker. The reason why we're playing like the likes of Moyer, Fogarty, Motlop, and so forth in the middle is at the moment we've got no midfield depth. Yeah, our only senior midfielders are Cripper, Hewitt, and Chera. You know, we've got Akers and Doherty and Ollie on the wing and so forth. But boys, name me the other mids that we're running through.
Not wrong.
And the other thing, you know, like our supporters, we've got the realists that I call them, like myself and you guys. You know that we're not in a good position, all right. And then you've got the happy-go-lucky, well done, boys, great work, you know, blah, 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 where mediocrity's accepted, and that's why we've been like this for the last 30 years, okay? Nathan Buckley hit the nail on the head using the words, the one word that he used, entitlement. Our players, he's an ex-coach. He sees it. He called it at the start of the year that we wouldn't make finals. He didn't think our list was good enough. Okay? He came out and said, our core group of senior leaders have a sense of entitlement. We've been saying this for how long? That our bulk of our top 6, 7, that they feel like they can't be told what to do, how to do things. It's their way, and that. And then today I was running an exercise, right? I was having a look at the ladder. We've slipped to 12th. So currently we sit in the draft position of pick 7 and pick 25. Those picks have gone to Hawthorn.
Both
so
of them.
Both of them. So, and we get Brisbane's second round pick, which might be pick 38, 40.
Nice.
Something like that. So in theory, I called it, and a lot of people said it to me at draft time last year that I said we sold the farm, for Jagger. Jagger's going to be an elite superstar, granted. At the moment, how it sits, we've traded pick 12, pick 14, pick 7, and pick 25 for Jagger Smith.
Jeez.
Would West Coast have given away those picks for Harley Reid? And this is my point when I bang on about we can't always bash Voss, because Voss didn't want that trade.
He wanted Houston.
He won, correct. And we would have got Houston with pick 12 and pick 14, say, and we'd still keep our pick 7 and pick 25 this year. So, and it's going to be a long road. What do we do from here? We've got to instill games into those in the twos. Like me and Andy watched the twos on Saturday night together, right? Now,
why'd you make it sound like that, man?
Sorry?
Why'd you make it sound like that? We watched it together.
Did you hold hands?
We were holding each other's hands, yeah.
Hello?
What else were you holding?
Oh, his little cannoli.
Yeah. That's why he's smiling. So, I mean, I want to see both Camporelli boys. I thought Lucas at the start of the year was fantastic. Shouldn't have been dropped. If I look at Ben and Lucas, the one thing that is really impressing me, their use of hands when under pressure. All right, and I think they've got great ball skills, and they've learnt that from Andy. So I mean,
Here's one for you. If Reid wants to move back to Victoria, would you go after him? With what?
And if we talk about the draft pick, I read an article a few weeks ago, and where we're in trouble and where we do need to move on some players this year and get some draft picks, because the way it works is they've changed the system. So the point system, you only get points up until the third round, and as it sits, we don't have enough points for Harry Dean. Okay, now the rules say that you can go into the deficit for the following year. But if we do that,
Cody
Walker's affected. We don't get that. So, and where we're in trouble again as well too, let's say, argument's sake, TDK is the only one that goes, and there's the magical pick 10s being used and thrown out, right? If we get pick 10, we need to move pick 10 on.
For a player?
Okay? No, we need to move pick 10 on. We need to get rid of pick 10. Like what Essendon did with I think they had pick 9.
Get picks for you, man.
Yeah, you've got to give someone pick 10 and get later picks.
Rid them, yeah.
Otherwise you're paying overs. So if we get pick 10, we might get pick 25 and pick 40. And that way we might be able to get Harry Dean with pick 40. And Harry Dean's touted in the top, he's going to go top 15 this year. Another point I wanted to raise, I don't know if any of you guys watched Blue Sunday last night, where you've got an Norm Smith medalist, premiership player, champion of the club in the hyphen, David Rees-Jones. Go and have a listen to his take on the playing group. One of the reasons why I love Rees is he calls it as it is. You'd think that he never played, that he didn't play. You'd think that he was a fan, because you'd think that an ex-player would be a little bit conservative and, hey, the game's a little bit hard. They're trying this and that. He went all out.
What was his take, Morris?
That it's on the players. None of them are showing any toughness. None of them are backing each other. There was a few incidents were spoken about where like players weren't being defended. Like I think Maynard hit 2 on Friday night, and no one went and remonstrated.
Yep, I've seen that all year.
Yeah,
yeah,
and it was even evident where like I think the first clash against the Pies was it Houston that took Fogarty out. Not one player went to him. Then against Sydney, we saw Boyd was getting ragdolled for about a quarter and a half, just getting hit after hit until they concussed him.
Yeah.
No remonstration. Yeah. The only real fight that we've seen the boys put up was halftime last week. That's
that fake bravado.
Fake fight, yeah.
Yeah, and like I said to Andy, if we do a review, like we don't know, none of us really know the itty-gritties, right? Like I've been told that within the coaching group at the moment, Ash Hanson's the big problem. Okay, now can that be confirmed? Who knows?
I'll confirm it. He's a big problem.
All right.
This is mate.
But if we're going to put power into like the powers that be that are going to review at the end of the year and put our trust in Graham Wright, and if his decision, like if they're talking to Voss now and Voss knows that he's going to go, because I kind of feel sorry for Voss, right? Voss was one of my favourite footballers growing up. I still see that grand final when Scott Burns tried to run through him and he got up and he looked at him and said, "Is that all you've got?" Right? That's the Voss that everybody knows, right? But if he's going to go, I want him to go swinging and make some big calls on some big senior players, all right? And that way there, it shows us that we were kind of on the money as well too.
I agree. Carlton Football Club will not allow that, Morris, and you know that better than I.
Yeah, but then what happens? But then it's like the next coach that comes in, they're going to have their honeymoon period. Yeah?
Win a premiership then. Do it in the honeymoon period and fuck off.
Yeah, hard.
But your honeymoon period doesn't last that long.
Oof. It lasts that long for Voss.
Like the question that I want answered, and I think everybody with that follows our club wants answered, what happened last year prior to the GWS game? Like at that time, we all would have re-signed Voss and given him an extension, thinking, "Hey, great! How great's this?" We all thought that we're on the road to success, and the boys were playing great football. Then we had that 6-7 game block where we thought, "Hey, you know what? We had the first start of the year. It was a bit shaky, but we're winning." But we started.
He got found out, Morris. He got found out as a coach.
But how do you get found out like that?
Because we're so easy. Because GWS found it. They found whatever it is, and every team just emulated that, and we have not changed anything.
But to emulate it, but I get what you're saying, Andy. But to emulate it, All right,
It could be something simple, bro.
But like you might know, hey, for me to do this, this is what I got to do, right? But to do it's hard.
I think we were playing on confidence. I think we were just he got the mixture right, and players had belief that we'd get the job done. Do you remember that patch where we would just win? We would just win no matter what.
Yeah,
that was belief. That was trust in each other, and they'll just get it done. I don't think it was strategy from Voss. I don't think it was anything that Voss was doing or shifting magnets. It was just the guys on the pitch getting it done for each other and just getting over the line and just running on momentum. And then, as Andy said, we got found out, and Voss had nothing to counteract it. And here we are.
But it's like they've fallen right off a cliff, right? It's like a light switch on, off, all right? Or I'm going to be a little bit cheeky now. Andy, maybe it is the flag.
Morris got me a flag, and I put it up before the GWS game. Since that day, we've won 4 games, I reckon.
Burn it live.
So, I mean, like...
You make some good points, Morris. You make some good points, mate.
And the other thing, like with the Chiefs squad, boys, well done for, pointing them out. If they really, really want to emulate and be great, the Chiefs squad, and if you're listening, go on YouTube and just put in Liverpool FC, the cop. You don't have the numbers. Make some noise. Bring some energy. If you make noise, we'll make noise. Where I sit on level 2, all right, on the half forward line, we're allowed to bay. Yeah? We make noise. If we can do it, so can you. And in regards to the scarves, all right, how do I get one with a cross on it?
Probably not allowed.
Oh, do you know?
Yeah,
and
probably not allowed, bro.
And last point before I let you go, boys. Apparently in a few weeks it's respect round. Yeah?
What are you going to wear for it?
Driven by our vice president, she initiated that.
You're going to wear your orange skirt that I like?
Yeah. Orange skirt and stockings. And
on that note, piss off, bro.
No. I wanna bring up Paddy Kennesley, right?
Go on.
She's a cancer to our club. All right. She comes out with all these social justice programs, especially the, Carlton respects this and that. Hey, no one condones any ill towards violence against any human or whatever, right? But and where I say that she's a fraud, how do you preach with your left hand, okay, in regards to a good community thing, right? But with your right hand, you take funding from gambling and pokie machine venues, okay, which, Andy, you mentioned at the start of the year in regards to Australia having a cultural problem with alcohol and that, right? And alcohol and gambling.
Alcohol's great. Bottle of Pascaval. We have a problem with gambling, this bloke.
All right. Now, how much of the domestic violence is...
You're no good, bro. You're no good.
Is it turned from gambling?
Can you cancel this bloke? Bloke just ruined my business, bro.
Give us the goss on Jack Silvani.
Yeah, give us some goss, man.
All right, so
he's talking shit. I already know he's talking shit.
No. So it's in the making. So could be this week, could be next week, but
You just said before tomorrow.
Yeah, it could be tomorrow too. Tomorrow's this week. All right. It's pretty much been inked, a 4-year deal.
Good.
So that is great news because he's going to be a Blue for life. Looks like
beautiful.
A few more wooden spoons to his name.
All right. So everyone stick fat.
Stronger together.
Give you something fucking stick.
Give you
love
something
it.
fat.
Sicky none on your way out, mate.
Yeah.
Take care, bro. Thanks for joining
All right,
us.
boys.
Thanks,
Cheers.
Morris.
Hey, Morris.
He was only joking. There's no alcohol problem. Come down a bottle of Pasco Val. Jesus Christ.
Last but not least.
Oh, tell you what, this is big. This is huge.
Singing
Rocco.
dentist.
I fit perfectly in this group. Look at that, mate. Look at that, mate. I love you perfectly. Anyway, I'm just getting ready for tomorrow night show. So I've got the bloody rosary beads. So we're going to get there so we can do some praying. I've got the soda.
He's peeking.
So I
He's
don't get
peeking.
bloody heartburn. I've got the Pink Panther.
You need a
I've got the
Xanax.
Panther here for tomorrow. I've also got that on the table. Oh, I shouldn't be actually. That's not a good your show, mate. We get cancelled, mate. We can't do that. Sorry, boys. Sorry, guys. Sorry, guys. Man.
Oh, no.
What the fuck just happened?
Oh, Rocco.
Oh, yeah, it's after 11. Nah, man, we're done, mate. We're shit, man. That's it. You got all this crap everyone's talking. The list is shit, man. Get over it, mate. It is pathetic, mate. The coaching, everything's pathetic in this side, mate. Let's just be realistic, man. Realistic, man. Outside of those couple of players up the top, really, they're a bunch of B graders, if at best, man. Seriously, man. And the other thing is, I love was it Robert? He talks well. He spoke well, but I'm going to have to disagree with a couple of things there, right? If another coach comes in and he looks at Charlie and Harry's want to keep him, if I am appointing a coach and they tell me they want to keep Charlie, I don't appoint that coach. Because you can have all the talent you want, mate, but if you haven't got this, mate, you can forget it, mate.
Yeah.
The bloke's a show pony, mate. As much as he's got talent, so if we get another coach and we keep those players, what do we achieve? We have to split up this fucking group, mate.
But it's not his fault, Rocco. It's the club's fault for not holding him accountable.
Well, I agree. It's not all his fault, but unfortunately, he's gonna cop it for it. He's gonna cop it, unfortunately.
Yeah, fair enough.
No, but he will. Like at the end of the day, if we get another 2 or 3 heavy losses,
Are you talking about Voss?
No, I was talking about Charlie. Yeah. Oh, Voss,
Oh,
absolutely.
Charlie. Why isn't it his fault?
Because he's not been held accountable by the club, right? He's just been given a license to do whatever the hell he wants. So why chase? Why do anything?
And that's true, and that's very, very true. I agree with that. But at the end of the day, where's accountability from himself?
Because what'll piss me right off is if we piss him off, he goes to another club and he gets told, well, actually, he gets read the right act and goes, this is acceptable, this is not acceptable, this is how we do things, this is how we don't do things. He'll come out and kick 100 goals a year. And he'll start doing the right things.
We've got to worry about our side. We've got to worry about what we can do better.
Let's fix our culture problem before we start pissing off players.
Yeah, 100%. 100%.
How do we do that without getting rid of that attitude?
I don't think you can. There has to
Morris
be.
mentioned a name before on his way out. There's one.
Yeah, true.
Some players are going to have to go. For us to be able to fix the culture problem, some players will have to go. I don't think Curnow is the type of person that will go, oh, hey, new coach is coming into Carlton, I'm going to listen to his shit. No, he'll be like, fuck this, I'm just going to go somewhere else. Maybe that departure from Carlton and a new life at another club will wake him up and go, fuck, this is probably my last chance. And then he starts performing. Because I don't
rather
think
bring in a better culture before pissing off Charlie. I think we've seen a lot of good from him, and we are harping on about the bad, and his body language is shit, and there's a lot of shit things he does do. But when he's on, there's no better key forward in the league, bro.
But when was he on last?
Yeah.
You're talking over 12 months.
Year. Yeah, not this year.
Yeah,
it was 2023.
Can I ask you something about these players who everyone's now been saying they're entitled and all that? And I kind of agree a little bit, and they're untouchable. Like, you're not dropping the $1 million man who does the big elbows. You're not dropping him. You're not dropping him because he's the face of the thing at the moment. So that's the problem, But at the moment, people are saying, oh, you know, like maybe they're playing, they want to get rid of Voss, yeah? Is that what they're doing? If that's what they're doing, I'll get rid of all of them. So what happens with the next coach when it doesn't go well for them?
Exactly.
Do they do
right.
it again? Do they do it again? Like, this is the tail wagging the dog half the time, and it's actually embarrassing, mate. It's actually embarrassing, man. And, you know, they should be held accountable. They should be held accountable, man. People should be dropped. People should be berated, mate. You know what I mean? And it's infected through the whole club, bro. Like, even like before, and I've come on to like give the Monday Blues complete support, man. Like, we're right behind you with all these dumbasses, man, who are more worried about insulting individuals than instead of worrying about doing their own job. You know what I mean? And picking out people. Yeah, just worry about your own stuff. Don't worry about everyone else. Man, I'm telling you, in my days, I hate to say it like that, but in my days, mate, there's no way that the Collingwood people would come into either the rooms or the cheer squad. There is no way. They would be fearful to come in there. Mate, they mocked us. Yep. They mocked us like the mockingbird. They mocked us. And then we just sat there and did nothing.
We copped
nothing. You know what they did? They mocked us, and then they looked at us and said, what are you going to do? You're going to do nothing. That's what you're going to do. And guess what? We did nothing.
We left.
And that just showed through the team, and it showed through the whole organisation there.
Yep. Fucking spot on, Rocco.
This club is like repeat. Just repeat.
Yep,
get close to milestones, and then sack that coach, and then we'll get a new coach, and then we'll get the next player to a milestone. Like, we're in the same thing now. Like, we're getting
We're all about getting individual honours. Like, we don't care about premierships. I've said this before. Carlton doesn't care about premierships. They don't care. We don't need to win a premiership. We just have to sell you the dream of a premiership. That's all we need to do to keep succeeding week in, month in, year in. Next year,
this one killed me, so Rocco. Mark.
King.
Oh, shit. Hey, Carl, you know what we haven't heard in a while, Carl? Rocco was sort of going on about, you know, how the cheer squad, Collingwood, and copping it and whatnot. And
there's a bit of a...
Yeah, copped it in the mouth.
Cop that in the fucking mouth, you dirty dogs.
Oh, man.
We're laughing at ourselves now.
Yeah.
Yep. That's
we
what
have
we
to
do.
Yeah, if you're not laughing, mate, you're doing your head in. You got to find some humor in this. And
that's sad, mate.
Just watch us transition the ball from defense to forward. That's fucking comedy right there.
What about, like, little things, you know? Like, what about Charlie giving quick high fives as he's running through the square? Come on, bro.
I can't believe we didn't bring that up. Oh.
Well, I'm bringing it up now. Like, what is that? What is? I'd get rid of him straight away. That's it. You're done. You're done. You can't be giving up. And Mark, you go and play footy. You giving high fives to the opposition before you start the game?
I'll shake their hand. That's it. Good
Okay,
game.
I wouldn't even shake their hand. I'll kick them in the shin as I'm walking past. What Maynard was doing, he was getting himself ready like a Viking.
Yeah.
We're a friendly club.
Punching himself, getting ready, and
we're there to make
Charlie
friends.
Jogging back.
Yeah.
You didn't play footy back in the north, Amal. We prepped a little bit differently to games.
Yeah, we didn't really shake hands or anything growing up, mate. We were, it was pretty full on.
Sportsmanship, but not in this rivalry, man. You're getting ready for battle, man, and you're going there giving even the little hand. It doesn't look good, bro.
That's the thing, the optics. Like, we're upset in the stands, right? The last thing I want to see before Carlton Collingwood is Charlie Curnow going around high-fiving the opponents. It's like, bro, do you even care? Like, pretend. Just pretend you care. You're getting paid enough to act.
Yeah.
Just act for 2 hours. Just pretend like they're not your mates.
Push them around.
Yeah, bro.
It's just, and you know what? Someone's saying, I don't know who said it. This isn't like, we're not that bad. I'm telling you, I reckon this is one of the worst periods that Carlton's ever been in, ever. And I'm talking maybe when we lost all those draft picks, that could be worse because we were in dire straits at that point. Yeah. board, everything. But I'm telling you, this is not far off it.
Jeez.
This is one of the worst. The way the supporters are now going against each other, the way the team is, the way everything is absolutely one of the worst things I've seen.
That says a lot, man. Says a lot. Big night tomorrow on your show, Rocco.
What's that?
Big night tomorrow on your show.
We got the big boy George, and the way he got pumped up, I was revved up, man. I wanted him to on now, you know. He was pumped up,
good.
man. That should be good. We'll get that
Yeah.
going.
Yeah.
And make sure you also the big show on Thursday night about 11 o'clock. We got the new. So I'll say it's fan cams, but it's not. It's fan cams on steroids.
Yeah, it's very different. Like it's very brutal, very honest.
Yep.
Yeah, honestly, I love it.
This way, with our there's room for everyone. You know, there's room for different shows and all that. This is just a bit different. It's just getting certain people on there and having a discussion. It's a 6-panel crew rotating, so it's a really good idea.
I reckon Mush should jump on.
Yeah, definitely. We'll send you the link. We need you on there, mate.
No problem, mate. Be good to jump on after another loss.
Oh,
It's grenade team.
It's going to be fantastic coming home after. And anyone that thinks we've got a chance, I'm telling you.
Keep dreaming.
Hey, one of my cousins did some plumbing for me today, and all year he's been telling me how shit we are. Pre-season, he's telling me how shit we are. Today he's like, "Hey, I've got a feeling we're going to beat Brisbane, man." And you know what? Do you know what? I'm that fucked in the head. I was like,
don't do this.
Maybe. Bro, he's like, he talked me into it. You could always talk me into Carlton winning a game. You can always talk me into it. I'm that stupid.
I talked you into we could possibly win the premiership in a couple of years today, didn't I?
You did.
I gave you all those points, and you're going, you know what, maybe, and I talked myself into it.
Oh, and that's the cycle. That's the fucking cycle.
It's the dream. They're selling you the dream, bro, and it works every time because we want it. We want it so bad, you know. We believe the dream, you know. But until we make some real changes, and I believe we need to separate this group. I reckon they're toxic together.
100%.
Not all of them, but a few. You know, you've got to separate this group, bro. You've got to separate.
You need to reevaluate this leadership team that they got going on because they're not leaders. Let's be real.
100%, mate. Cripper is, of course, you know, but who? And you know, Wiedering, I think, is the next leader. I believe.
Is he though, Rocco? Is he though, Rocco? For me, on game day, I don't see it.
Then who else is there? Who would you put if I made you?
Yeah.
Who would you?
Right now, I'd give you Nick. I'd give you Nick Haynes, and I'd give you.
He's like 50 years old, mate. You're gonna make it a year.
Oh, that's probably the only name I could give you. I'd give you Nick Newman if he was out on the pitch. Other than that,
I'd give it a couple of years and I'd go straight to Ollie Hollands.
Yeah, I like Ollie Hollands, man. What he gives you, and you know what? Even Sauce, man. Like
Sauce is my one.
Offered you would be something special, you know, and that would be a bold move, and that would probably be something. You got to remember when Robert Walls come to the thing and when Robert Walls come in 85, I think, or 86, he came in. In 87, he made Kernahan the captain. He's only been there 1 year, and he made him the captain, even though he's experienced. And they had people like Johnson. They had Meldrum. They had all these senior players there, man. And guess what? He's turned around and he's made a bold decision. And maybe we do have to make that bold decision and not go for the most obvious, you know, and give it to someone who's going to have some heart and people are going to follow him, you know. So maybe do that, but definitely some bold decisions have to be made. I can't believe we're talking about like draft picks and all that, you know, and it's still 7 rounds to go. That's the issue.
Shocking. And that's the thing. We're back here.
We're back here.
I thought we had grown up as a football club. I thought we had grown up, we'd matured. I thought we hit enough little milestones that we would have matured from as a team.
Yeah.
And fuck, we just haven't recovered from that GWS game.
So it's shocking from that point onwards.
Mm.
I think that game there, we had a bad game. You know, like that's the game that, you know, like that you see, that's the moment.
Yeah.
But it wasn't that game. It was the game after. And the game after, because you had a chance to respond the week after.
Yeah.
And you didn't. I can't remember who it was, but you had a chance the week after, and you had the chance the week after that, and you had a chance the week after that. It seems our team is all about talk, no action. It's all right to say all these things, but man, let's do something about it. You know, the line in the sand game. You know, every week it's a line in the sand game for us. Every week, you know. Like,
keep doing the same.
You got to make a bold decision. You got to make a big bold decision. I'm telling you, you've got to do it, and you've got to put a scare through this team. Because our players, our top end, aren't that bad. Let's face it. You know what I mean? But you got to put a scare into it. Does Kerno think he's going to get dropped? Never.
No.
We don't even drop Motlop.
That's a fair point. Yeah. We're never dropping Charlie.
They will never drop Charlie, you know what I mean? But you know what? There's nothing wrong with going back to the reserves.
Chris Judd played in the reserves.
Mate, if you look at the old, you know, like we keep talking about the old players today, you know what? I'm getting sick of people going, oh, forget about the past. Stop looking in the rearview mirror. Or maybe you should look in the fucking rearview mirror. Because I'll tell you what, mate, we were winning games those days. So maybe you should be looking a bit back instead of like, yeah, of course you look forward, but just remember, they had a winning attitude. Mate, times may change, but standards must remain the same. And they haven't remained the same with the Blues. In the old days, I speak to Ange. He said he was an all-Australian premiership player, and he said to me that every week he was scared he was going to get dropped.
Yep. Look at that. I can guarantee you that same fear is not in Charlie Curnow.
Exactly. What makes him give that extra? And now, like, oh, yeah, he had 18 possessions and all that. All right, good on you. Do you want me to clap you off? It's like clapping the postman for delivering the mail. You know, like, what do you want me to do, mate? You want me to clap you off for getting a few possessions around the ground? Oh, yeah, no, I saw his effort. How about efforts on the goal, mate? How about kicking that first goal, bro? How about kicking that first goal when we really needed it?
Curnow would miss the mailbox.
What's that?
He'd miss the mailbox with the letter.
Right now he would, yeah.
Around. What about when he rinds around from 65, bro? Come on.
Yeah, did that a few times.
Yeah.
You know, how many times has he kicked that goal? If you think about it, how many times has he really kicked it?
Not many. Not many. He hasn't done it in a...
He does it, but...
Maybe one out of 6 or 7, yeah.
No, I reckon more.
I reckon
1 out of maybe 15.
He doesn't get a lot of them. And that's unprofessional. If you keep missing and you keep doing it, man, like at that moment there, when you look at that first time he wheeled around, what he should have done was sit back, wait 2 or 3 seconds and wait for the leads to come, right? But he didn't. He wheeled around. We don't lead anyway, so that's why he probably wheeled around. Yeah, there's just...
He rushes.
Rocco, Aiden's doing our absolute heads in the chat. What's the freakiest thing you've ever done?
Far out. You don't want to know, man.
Maybe we'll pause on that one. Just think about it, Rocco, before you answer that. Well, Nick Librata, thank you for your donation. I don't know if this is true, but fuck it, I'm just going to read it out because this is where we're at the Monday Blues. Our Carlton Cheers squad has a Pies supporter from the Pies cheer squad that sits in our cheer squad. His wife is Carlton, and he is Pies, and he wears his Collingwood Guernsey under the jumper and takes it off at the end of the game. If that is true, well, probably makes sense. Let's be real. Thank you.
Cheers, man.
I wouldn't accept that.
Yeah, no.
I will not accept that. See, there's
We'll have a
little-
close look. We'll have a close look this week. We'll just walk
Yes, we
around.
will.
Hey, take your top off. Take it.
Yeah, no.
probably only
Get
does it for
plugged in.
Collingwood
Thank
games.
you. Almost said something else then. Dig with a G. 1101. Nice. Is that supposed to spell something? I don't know. It's cooked me.
Woodwing.
And $8 Rocco, what's the freakiest thing you've ever done?
Now you have to answer it.
There was this one time with this baby oil, right? And we'll just leave it.
Did you rub it on your head? Oh man.
Gee, I wish. Oh yeah, and at the end of the season, just remember everyone, Unfiltered will be back.
Oh yeah.
And we got some people lined up.
So there's 300 in the chat. Mind you, thank God. Like, you guys are amazing for sticking with us.
Oh yeah.
Rocco and I, if you're unaware, have a show over on the Jumper Punch called Unfiltered, Channel 7. Fuck you for taking our name. How about that? It took our name. But mate, it's a show. We cover every single topic. We cover everything. We offend everyone. We just.
Oh yeah.
It's a great show. It's a great time. Very educational. I genuinely learnt so much. So
100%, man. We get people. We talk about all sorts of stuff. I want to get that crystal witch lady coming onto the show. You know the one.
Oh, you told me about her today.
She's the Chris.
I'm scared. You know, Rocco. I'm scared of that stuff. Yeah.
Are you?
Yeah, I'm scared of witchcraft,
like
and I believe
it's the crystals that are
demonic, bro. Like demonic, anything demonic. Just keep it away from me, bro.
She reckons it's the crystals and the vibe and the stars in the thing that are causing us these sort of problems. So I don't know. I could see Carlton actually hire her. We need one more thing to be embarrassed about.
Yeah. Fuck. Could you imagine them just like holding a rock? They're all just holding this one, touching this one rock before they run out.
Would you be surprised?
Nah, none of us would. None of us would. And that's the sad thing, isn't it?
It is a sad thing. And we would have a whole week for it. We would have the week of the crystal.
Have a crystal round.
Oh, it's just
Maybe that's what the stick fat's all about, eh?
Yeah,
there you go.
That's what's sticking fat and sauce together forever, whatever slogan you want.
Together forever. That's great.
That's the new one. That's the new one. Good on you.
Can we please make Together Forever viral? Let's get that viral.
Together forever. No matter how shit we are.
Oh, that's it. That's the new one. Together Forever. Guys, hashtag it in everything. Together Forever.
We're going to do Together Forever. And it doesn't matter. That doesn't matter how shit you are. You just stick by people and you say nothing. Like, that's not what it means. We are together forever. That should be, I might make that the name of our show this week. Together Forever.
I love it. Hey, if we ever do a live show together, Monday Blues and the Jumper Punch, it's got to be called Together Forever.
Yeah. All right, done deal. We'll do. I reckon we got to do one by the end of the year. We're gonna have a big live show, like with how many is there? 6, 9 people on the set. 9 people on the screen. That'd be funny, man.
9 people sounds a bit. Well, to me, it sounds something a bit different than a podcast or a get together. That's called something else.
Rocco, bring that baby oil, mate.
I will bring that baby oil. I've got about 100 bottles of it.
Oh man, what did Morris say? What have we got from Morris? Reece Jones said that one game. While someone else read it, man, my eyes are wrecked.
Said that one game Wally wouldn't give players their jumpers until 5 minutes before the game, except for Wayne Johnston. Said he was the only one that deserved wearing it. Told them to honour it.
There you go.
Yeah, that's true. He did say that. They and he also said man, like the one thing he noticed when he came from Sydney.
I was about to do that one.
Bocek, is that Bocek? He's been going all night with these.
Yeah, Bocek. Absolute legend.
He's the new star, man. He's the new star in the chat, Bocek.
He is. He's killing it.
Yeah, he said that there was when he came from Sydney, he said the difference he noticed was they expected to win every game at Carlton, where that wasn't like that at Sydney. The tables have turned. He said that they used to clap at Sydney. They used to clap them off if they come within 2 or 3 goals of Carlton. That's what we're doing now.
Yeah, that is what we're doing
them
now.
off for effort.
I didn't want to clap them off when we won against Essendon.
I know.
Yuck.
Go.
Possibly.
Make sure you catch Scotty Tompkins on Wednesday night for Forever
Yes,
Rivals.
Forever Rivals. How many shows you got on your channel, Rocco?
So now with that, really we got like 3, and then with that one it'll be 4 with the new one, the new thing. But everyone does it. Everyone does it big. It's not all up to one person. With that, and then Forever Rivals, Scotty's kind of like taking over the reins, and then Mars takes care of emergency, and then TJP we all put in a bit. Yeah. It's a lot of work. Man. It's a lot of work. So we do appreciate. Yeah, Seba. Oh yes, Seba also is on the panel of the Sunday.
What the fuck is happening?
I don't know. It's done. We're done. Even Lana Owens is getting involved.
Lana Owens as well is there. Shout out Lana. There's some great people in our chats. We love it.
It's the best. We're saying it today, Andy, man. Like at the end of the day, our chat, it's like just our fan base, if you call it that. It's just amazing, man. They're just like the one thing we've done with all this disaster and heartburn this team has given us is built this community.
Together forever.
Together.
What's going on here, man? No, the only thing clapping. What?
I don't know if there's any truth to this one. This chat is, I don't know if it's this Together Forever chat or our chat in general specific is getting the Carlton locker room area. It wouldn't surprise me.
What does that even mean?
Some Together Forever with some baby
oil
in the locker rooms as well.
Together Forever. I love that. Maybe our team should be doing a bit of Together Forever, and maybe they can get a bit closer.
That's right.
Just a quick shout out to Lisa. Her and her mum are big Carlton supporters. My cousin is right. We are sooks.
We are sooks, bro. We are.
Bubba's done it to us. We are a complete rabble.
Absolutely.
What do you want us to do? Like not complain? I don't understand what you want us to do. Not complain.
Keep quiet.
Oh, this was great. Rocco, who is Loop Accord, the other night, he goes, "Don't forget about Loop Accord."
Yeah, I did. Mate, you know me, man. I can't put 2 words together. Let's be serious, man. I'm just a dumb log from Reservoir, man. Seriously. I only learned to talk about 4 or 5 years ago. Come on, man. No, you're right. Loop Accord, yeah.
What do you reckon, boys? Fuck, we're still... Seba. No, taking souls and clapping cheeks, Rocco.
All right.
This chat has gone to a place that we've never gone before.
What happens is if you wait too long, everyone gets delirious, and then you just all kind of stuff starts coming out.
Well, you guys go for... I've been there when you've gone for 5 hours.
Yeah, we've done the 5 hours. Yeah, we've done the 5 hours. Yeah, it's crazy. When we're demented.
Yeah.
Well, look at you guys.
Yeah.
Look at you guys.
That's crazy. Well, yeah, we've done 3
gone
hours.
2 hours and 38 minutes over.
This is our longest.
3 hours now, man. You guys.
This is easily our longest ever episode, and we've still got 275 people here.
That's what I
like button, man.
My eyes are fucking each other. I'm not going to lie.
I say to people, but they go like, "How do you stay that long?" And I say, "But they stay in the chat, man. Like they just continue not to leave. You know,
they love it. They love it. We love it."
What? You want to know why they love it?
Here we go.
Together forever.
Together forever.
Together forever. Wasn't that a Rick Astley song? Together
Thank you, Pablo.
forever and
I think so.
You know it's bad when Rocco's singing Rick Astley's songs.
Hey, Rocco, have you seen the
He was a gun, mate. I don't care what you said.
Hey, Rocco, have you seen the singing dentist?
No.
Please show me. Get it up
You
on your
need to
phone.
jump on
Get it up on your
Instagram.
phone right now.
You
Get it
need
up
to
on your
jump on
phone.
Instagram and you're gonna look at this bloke and you're gonna think you're looking in the mirror. Whoever's on Instagram, jump on the singing dentist. I'm pretty sure his name is. And
Bloke's
look
gonna
him
go
up.
viral, man.
Hey, I'm telling you, you think it's Rocco. Singing. Hang on. Let me see if I've got his name right.
Oh my God, it's up here.
Yes, the singing dentist. Look him up. It's Rocco. I'm telling you. Look.
That's a girl.
Well, hang on. There he is.
Rocco,
There he
have
is.
a look. Rocco.
Yeah, Jesus Christ.
He fucking looks like you. Jesus
I'm
Christ.
telling you.
Nose and everything, man.
No, look, it's Rocco.
That is Rocco.
Speaking of Rocco, we have a Rocco
We've got
Gross.
another
Thank you
Rocco
for your
here.
donation.
Rocco Gross.
My dad came up with a theory that
Jesus
Elijah and
Christ.
Harry, I'm going to read it, are in a relationship together. That's why they've been out. Makes sense. Together forever.
Together forever. That's right. Together forever.
Oh my God, I'm gonna have to put up the singing dentist.
Yeah, you got to do it. It's going on here. Andy, look at the pic I made for you to check DMs. Jesus, hang on.
This is bad.
This is going places, mate.
We need help. Yeah, we definitely.
Guys. So here at the Monday Blues, we are bringing out some new merch. Please like, share, subscribe, all that. The merch looks like this. Together forever.
Hey, you know when we start our cheer squad, right? Because I reckon
yes,
the Monday Blues and bloody TJP with all our chat, we're going to start our own cheer squad. We're going to get our own bay, right? And we're going to be called the Together Forever cheer
Together
squad.
forever.
Oh my God.
Who said
In the back of the Bibby van.
We would kill it. Imagine us as a cheer squad. It would be like the old Grog squad.
Yeah.
I'd love to see the banners that we would make.
You know what? We should call it. We should
the
call it.
chant.
We should call it the Carlton Ultras.
Oh, yeah. I'd love to, but I reckon if you did that, the club will fucking melt down.
Who cares?
Paddy
I'll
Kingsley would melt down.
Who cares?
For
Well,
sure.
they're going to melt down. That you go down there and you cheer louder than their cheer squad.
Yeah. They'll cry.
Mate,
They
and I
don't
would-
like their feelings getting hurt, do they?
Can you imagine the chants too that we would come up to? I'm telling you, I would make opposition hate coming down near our pocket there.
Mate, how would you? All right. Realistically, how could we organise
What the
that?
fuck is happening?
You know what?
Together.
It wouldn't be that too. It wouldn't be
Shout out,
hard
Jack.
to get the people together, but it's getting the block where you're going to sit.
Yeah.
That would be
Yes,
the difficult
that's
part.
that's what it is.
Well, yeah, you'd need the club. You'd need the club to organise something like that, and they just won't.
Nah, they look at
They
us. There's no way.
These dirty wogs, no chance.
We want to take away their membership, let alone give them extra membership.
Oh, shit.
They don't even let us. You know, they don't even let us sit next to each other.
What do you mean?
To our memberships, I think like 3 or 4 of us are together, and then the other, I
Yeah,
think
all separated.
4 or 5 are separate,
Are they separated like little, like naughty
like
kids?
children. Yeah, like naughty kids. Yeah.
That's the best.
Back of the class.
Oh,
I don't know how we could do it, but if we did it, I'm telling you, we could get, just with our chats, we could get 200 or 300 people involved, and we would be louder.
hey, I can't tell you who sent
Let's
this.
do it.
I can't tell you who sent this, but this is an art piece. This is a masterpiece. This is Together Forever.
Oh, that's
Oh no.
Rocco, Charlie.
No, you with
some
Charlie?
baby oil. Some
Should be
baby
a new
oil.
sponsor.
I could guess who sent you that because that's been
Go on.
floating around our chats. But yeah, me and Charlie, yeah, we're together.
Nice and close there, Rocco.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were nice
Bit
together.
of contested possessions there.
You know, that's the first time that we. It was after our first show, and we went to the club to do a promo. Me, Paul, and our first promo, and Charlie walks out, and that's when we. That's like 5 years ago.
Did they let you in?
No, it was at the front door, man. There's no way to get let us in. It was seriously at the front door, man, and there were people watching us.
Yeah, right.
Oh man,
they don't even let me in the club anymore, man.
Look how sad he is about it.
That's another disgrace from them, man. We used to go to Princess Park and we felt like home, right? We felt like it was our home. I could walk in any time and watch them train, and I felt like it was my home. Now, when I go there, I feel like I'm a stranger.
What happens when you go there now, Rocco?
Well, first they don't let me in. They straight away start following me, right? Because they're already not happy that we did some interviews there and blah, 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 right? But, yeah, they don't like it.
Yeah, right. Do you get escorted out, or is it more?
No, they just watch me. Last time I went there, they told me to leave because I was handing out pamphlets for our show. They don't like it.
This show's gone fucking left. This is great.
Now, listen, they did have a choice between me.
Whenever Rocco tells you, nah, listen.
They did have a choice between me and Terry to do the president's interview, and they went with Terry.
Okay, fair enough.
But there's no way I would have gone with me. Oh, here we go. Far
out. Oh shit!
We're getting lookalikes, man. That's bad. That's bad. Oh. There's also another lookalike. Anyone watch Game of Thrones?
Where's this going?
No. Seriously, there was one only about 3 or 4 episodes. Check him out. He was a slave master.
Do you guys know that Rocco did some acting?
I know which one you're talking about.
With the dragon. He got killed by the dragon.
He got torched by the dragon. Yep.
Have a look at that bloke and tell me that's not me.
Did you guys know that Rocco actually acted? He did some acting.
I did.
Legit.
You know, I acted with Liam Neeson.
Yeah, he actually did. This isn't
do we have any clips of that?
Yeah, I can show you heaps. Have you seen my bikini ad I did?
I didn't even know about
Thanks, Rocco.
No, it's a good ad, mate. It was called Inch Bikini. I wore the gold shorts.
Okay. I don't know where we're going with that, but
no,
link me offline, maybe.
He's being serious.
I'm being serious, man. It was a paid ad. I did one for I did a lot of ads. I did one for
Baker's Delight. Was it Baker's Delight?
Yeah, Baker's Delight. I played a Russian gangster. You reckon I get away with that?
Put on your Russian accent.
Nah, there was no Russian accent. All I had to do was just stand there or sit there and look menacing.
We'll have to see some footage, Rocco.
Yeah, I reckon you got to bring the footage out. I reckon next live show you get the footage out.
All right, I'll do a
montage.
A montage of Rocco acting. I also, you know what? Our
football club acting like a football club at the moment.
I did a mini movie, which was a piece that they were going to show, maybe to get funding to get like a longer movie. Anyway, it was called Of Course God is Italian, and I played God.
What? That's hectic.
I'm panicking, man. I played God.
And what'd you do?
It was actually a good concept. It was where are we going here? This is ridiculous. It was about they were in another time period, and they invented religion.
Okay.
And my brother was Satan, who was the devil, and we came up with the religion, how to control people, and we came up with the religion, you know. And
I want to know about this. I want to know about this, Rocco. Apparently, you've done some OnlyFans.
I don't like to admit it after it come out. She's probably a guy.
Jeez.
Yeah,
Oh, guys, I reckon we call it.
I think
'cause
on
I'm
that
wrecked.
night, yeah.
yeah, I reckon.
Oh,
I reckon I made
absolutely
you
wrecked.
about $20 since I came on. There's been heaps of like,
Oh, let's do another 3 hours.
Nah, it's good, man. Just
Tomorrow night.
congratulations to you, Andy,
Oh,
too,
this
man.
is fucking
Thank you,
great.
bro. Appreciate it, mate.
The religious,
The religious dentist on OnlyFans.
Gee, that would be a sight.
Yeah, fill her cavity.
That would be a sight. Yeah, that's it. I'll fill your cavity. All right. All right.
This show has fucking gone.
Oh, shit.
I actually feel better. I don't think I can rant tomorrow after this. Now I feel like a lot better, man. That's good. First of all, congratulations. Congratulations to you guys. 2,000, man. That's a great effort, man. You've done
Thank you, bro.
really well, man. Probably excellent. Definitely the best show on the Monday night. And
Thank you, my friend.
Yeah. And
Appreciate it, bro. Thanks for all your help too. Like your support from the Jumper Punch has been massive for us as well. Having us on your shows and all that.
We're
So
getting like now sentimental and everything. Like you're like our brother station, man. We absolutely consider you guys like absolutely like part of the whole crew,
Yeah.
So yeah, no, mate, I'm wrapped for you, man. It's seriously my always on a Monday night. I look forward to this
appreciate
little
it, bro.
show you put together.
Appreciate it, bro.
Very good, thanks, bro.
All right, guys, go home.
What a wog. Go home.
Go home, mate. This is like the goodbye, at the door.
Yeah, that last 20 minutes.
The last 20 minutes, then at the car, then on the street.
And you call them on the way.
You've been watching too much Sushi Mango.
Yeah, like the Sushi Mango. Yeah. Nah. I'll give you a call later. Make sure you're all right.
Cheers, Rock.
Thanks,
all right,
mate.
guys, man. Take it
Have
easy.
a good one, bro.
Cheers, Rocco.
Take care, brother.
See ya.
Yeah, right.
That was great.
I can't see shit.
I actually feel better after this session, Like Rocco said,
the loss this week.
Good. Yeah. We got a review on Wednesday.
Yeah, only 3 more sleeps.
A preview, sorry.
Yep. And with that being said,
thank you to everyone in the chat for keeping,
Absolutely.
for staying here. Like, what an effort. Massive
Huge effort.
Thank you.
Huge effort. It is Sayonara from the Monday Blues.
Siggy? No.